It's all good. We are back.
Hey.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, hello. It's so good.
Jordy, don't kill us, okay?
I promise.
No, just the...
They are going down.
So it's us three. Oh, so it's this side of the table. So is everyone
So-
at the bottom of the hill.
Last we left off, the party had succeeded in proving their defense of the Vallaki tribunal, giving themselves freedom to move in and outside the city. Upon reflecting on the offer made by Fiona Wachter and not following through when they had a chance, the group decided to embark on a trip to a nearby Vistani camp, where they had intended to meet Strahd, a Vistani.
Oh, he's from
A
New
fucking
Jersey.
Vistani.
It's fucking Vistani.
One of them fucking Vistani peeps, alright?
Yeah, I'm one of those Vistani. My name's Aluura, kind of a nice guy.
Oh my good lord.
A Vistani who had snuck into Vallaki during the Festival of the Blazing Sun, and see what information he could provide them about Strahd and the surrounding lands. A small skirmish ensued against a series of crackling blue and yellow energy balls in the forests south of Vallaki, souls trapped in constant anger known as will-o'-the-wisps. Dispatching the wisps and eventually finding their way to the Vistani camp, the group encountered the camp leader, Luvash, painfully whipping a young man tied to a post, and learned that his daughter, Arabelle, seems to have been taken from the camp at some point in the past day. But more interestingly, Elith found a series of her kin, known as Dusk Elves, living in homes built into the hill that surrounds the Vistani camp. A long, heartbreaking conversation later, Elith agreed to escort their leader, Casimir, to the Amber Temple in the hopes that it may bring him some peace for his long-dead sister, as well as provide the group a weapon they may use in the fight against Strahd. Before leaving, however, the doctor decided to take one last chance to speak to Luvash, planning to disguise himself as Strahd, but instead convinced Aluura to try her hand at picking a lock on a wagon that stood out from the rest of the caravan. The lock was picked, a trap was triggered, and Aluura found herself feeling the effects of a poison take hold as the shout of "Thieves!" erupted from nearby, revealing two Vistani who had been trailing the party unnoticed. The sounds of boots on the ground and swords being unsheathed cut the air, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Specifically, you three.
I was gonna say not us, right? Because we're down.
Correct. You do not know any of this yet.
Hey, Jordy, this is a thought.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I hear thieves, I would have shot Rick down to talk to Hope.
Okay, we'll say that will be an action before combat started. So,
The lavender lilac.
we have those two.
Low key.
We'll make them green.
Yeah.
Oh, is that cocked? Can I hold the D4 on it?
Well, I guess I'll save
I
that.
can't.
That's like a test. If it's cocked, if it can hold it.
Damn it! That was a 16. That's now a 2. So,
Thanks, Jordy Dice.
yeah. Well, thanks, Amanda, for picking my dice.
Hey.
So, from here,
Those are like glitter puke.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm
they are
intrigued.
creamy colored.
they are.
Honestly, that was a thing that I
No,
was
no,
gonna do.
no. They are glitter snot dice. Those are glitter snot.
That's the same line, I think, as my purpley ones that have the blue color shift in them.
So,
Yeah.
25 to 20.
23?
Natural 20.
So,
Dang.
total of 22.
1. Initiative 1.
Oh, your dex is +1?
Oh, it's Dex?
Yeah.
You should have an initiative.
I think it's +2.
What is initiative? Yeah, this is 1.
Oh.
Oh.
What's your
Your
dexterity?
is +1. It is +1.
It's 13?
He's a clumsy
Oh, okay. Good to know. So, it's not, so
My
23.
constitution was up.
23.
Right, that's what it was. So, Doc,
Because I want to be able to withstand some
less, and then Aluura,
14.
14. Yeah, you're still third.
Would we have heard the commotion from down below the hill?
That's going to be, we're going to come to that.
All right.
Come to us
I won't get
and
ahead of
listen.
ourselves.
Yeah,
really
you're,
hard.
you're going to be acting on initiative order 20 to have heard that, and then Rick will be acting on initiative order 20 as well. Yeah, essentially considering a lair action. So this will then be the.
Getting into that music. It's
Might
just
be
that
like-
like movement. It's like
So,
your video came
Doctor,
to life.
you're up
Yeah.
first. You turn, you see the two guards finally having shouted thieves, and you see both of them begin to draw scimitars out of their belts. What do you
Okay, so they've straight up seen us.
do? They have.
Okay.
They seem to have been trailing you from behind, and then Aluura, you look over and you notice that you and Les actually notice that these are the two same men that you played dice against.
Okay.
Classic
Those
rap.
fucking dickheads. I never liked them in the first place.
Well, he's got a point at one. You know, one of the guys
You
has
tried
got
to
a point
punch
of
him
damage.
too.
He was a dick.
Oh, wait, no. Did he get caught?
You also gave him a little kiss, an air kiss, and told him to go back to his master.
I said, I'll be seeing you later.
And
Yeah.
he did. And he did.
So, Doctor,
Yeah.
you see them. They're
But you're
currently
saying Aluura did that. I thought
crouched
she
behind
did.
two of the wagons, and you just catch them
That makes more sense.
glimpsed out of the corner of your eye. What would you like to do?
I want to drop a charm person into the first one.
Okay. Charm person range 30 feet?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm there.
Okay, yeah, you're close enough.
It's a
Alrighty.
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. What is your DC?
Spell save DC is 17.
17. That is. Plus 3, that is a 14.
Oh, well.
However, charm person, they have advantage if. Check it again. I think
Oh.
I think it says they have advantage if you're considered hostile.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 6.
That is cocked, definitively. That's
Also cocked.
also cocked. Come
Oh
on,
my
die.
god.
There we go. Nope. Okay, so 14 stands. So he
Yeah.
is officially charmed by your effect, and you can see kind of his eyes begin to glaze over. He begins to take a bit of a step out and just kind of look at you in an odd way.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your action. Anything as a bonus?
Can I prep a spell on bonus?
No, it's
okay, that's action only.
That's action only.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's me.
that's you. Alrighty. Jumping to Les. You see one of them begin to step out a little bit after the doctor kind of muttered some enticing words under his breath.
Is this the one that's charmed person?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
one that's charmed.
Here.
Yep.
I got a little. Oh, you want? I got a pretty colored one.
Yeah,
We
that
have this one.
We're fine.
But like,
Not experienced yet.
I like the doctor.
Oh,
I
looks
color
like a
rainbows.
All right.
I mean, I'd take the one that is like not charmed.
Duh.
Personally.
But okay, but the one that charmed is the one that
Oh my god.
pissed me off, or no?
Oh no.
Oh.
No, it is not the one that pissed you off.
Great.
Maybe a motherfucker.
I'm literally running towards that guy.
The one who
Oh
pissed you
my
off?
God.
It's running past him? Okay.
There we
So
go.
you've got your 6 squares of movement. So you're on the edge there, so you can move 6 squares. Where would you like to go?
Kevin, as you run at him, the little star meter goes up on the top. Your wanted level goes up.
It's playtime.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
The guy,
6. You get just beside him.
the guy whipping
Alrighty.
the guy and saying, "What?"
You realize there's an open tent here, and you know there's a bunch of dudes.
I
in there.
don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, and you see him just kind of
I
like
want some
prepping
people
his
in
fist.
there.
The blade is mostly out of its sheath at this point. What are you gonna do?
So I just like, as soon as he sees me, I just like smile and go, like
Yeah.
Naruto, straight bullet towards him.
Got it.
And we are gonna
It
do
makes sense that, like,
I just
Arms
almost feel like we
trailing
should
behind
have
trip attack.
Okay.
Like the Ray
So
Level.
roll the hit first, and then you can decide if you want to trip attack after.
Natural 19.
That's gonna hit. So, so you get your trip attack. So go ahead and roll. So you get the extra D8 plus your D6 for your weapon,
Yes.
and then you're adding 6 to the damage.
What?
Diplomacy, dude.
4 and a 2 plus 6.
Okay. So 4 and a 2 plus 6, so 6 plus 6, so 12. Okay. So 12 points of damage, and he has to make a strength saving throw. What's your DC?
It is 14.
14. No, that is going to be an 11. Not enough. So he is considered tripped. So we can actually just flip that mini over. And he is tripped. Okay, so
And I'm gonna stand over his body just laughing at him.
would you like to make a second attack?
Yes, I would.
Go
Oh
ahead.
my god.
Done. That's the extra attack coming out.
That's the extra attack, yep. And because he's prone...
Oh,
I get advantage, don't I?
No, he has disadvantage on attack rolls.
So,
Oh, sorry, no. An attack roll against the creature has advantage.
Yeah.
Right.
If the creature is within 5 feet, yep, so you have advantage.
fuck.
It's not as good.
Is it +6?
Not the damage. To attack is this plus strength.
Strength, proficiency, and the one from the weapon. So it's 3, 3, 1.
Right.
So plus 7.
Yeah. So 4 plus 7.
11?
Yeah.
11 hits.
Oh, I'm gonna straight up just be like, hey, these guys are attacking us. You should go fight.
So
So you get the
this is the
d6
6.
plus the 6.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Every
That's
time you
what being
roll, it's
morally great is.
6.
that's another 12 points. Alrighty. Awesome. So first strike coming sweeping in, and initially aiming for the chest, he kind of crouches low, and at the last second you hook the 2 spines underneath his legs and just push him backwards as he
person
falls
laughing.
flat onto his face. Second strike, you grab the trident over your head and slam it into the center of his back. All the spines ingraining into the back of his leather armor, and then ripping them out. The blood starting to pour out of the back of his back. Still alive,
Whoa.
but on the
You're
ground.
not like I thought you would just try and knock him out. Not
Aren't you like lawful
kill him.
good?
No.
Not anymore.
It's lawful good. Alrighty, so
On
that
paper it
is
says it, but
that is your turn, unless you would like to bonus action anything. But I don't think you have any bonus actions.
if I want to action surge and like really fuck him up,
Turn
Yeah,
back
it's up to you.
find
I'm not gonna burn that just yet.
Yeah, we got it.
I don't think I can do anything else. So yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, that's your turn. Aluura, you're up. So you've got the one now tripped on the ground in front of Les.
Wait, as a bonus action, can I throw anything?
Throw what?
No, wait, it doesn't work. Never mind.
Yeah. So you've got one tripped on the ground in front of Les, bleeding, badly hurt, and then the other one who seems to just be stepping out in the open a little bit, looking very curious as to why one of the doctor's allies is attacking his friend.
There's another lock on the.
There is another lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
Hold on, guys.
You are also poisoned.
Don't forget
Oh,
the
right, what
gold.
does
Okay,
that-
so
what
one
does
thing,
that mean?
you had said at the end of last session that you were going to give her a poison
Yeah.
vial.
Yeah, you
I would
did.
say as a bonus action, you could have given her the poison vial before you moved.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna
Okay,
say.
so
'Cause
you
we
have-
like established it, but I didn't
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
it.
I know. As
So
so
you
was running
so
away, I
you
was
have-
like, you were supposed to give me that vial.
Yeah.
And you
So
looked
you
down
have
and
a
it was
vial
your
of antidote.
handle.
It is an action to drink it, but it will immediately cure the poison. Otherwise, all of your attack rolls and all of your ability checks are made at disadvantage.
Fuck that.
Okay, I'm going to drink it.
Okay, so that's your action.
Drink the LaCroix of D&D.
What? So
It's gonna be like yes, but I'm actually
So
going
it's
to
just it just immediately cures the poison. So you are no longer
Come get
poisoned.
another one.
okay, I don't get any health or anything from that.
You do not.
Sweet berry wine.
And in order to like, can I like
Sex on
double
the
fist
last
2 potions as one action?
No.
I'm double fisting. Yeah.
Same time. Okay.
Margarita.
Okay.
You just gonna pickleback it?
Just, it's the shot and the chase.
Yeah. No, I'm like thinking like 2 straws,
Yeah.
like
I'll say.
suck them down.
You know what? I'll say if you want to use an action and a bonus action to that, I'll let you do that if you'd like.
You're gonna torpedo?
Oh boy.
Just all of the things.
You would
Or
be
could
you would
just,
be
like,
left with your
shotgun it,
movement.
Just like
Ask yourself, what would Les
Or
do?
you could bonus action your regular stuff, double your movement, hide, whatever you'd like. The one thing, just so everyone is aware as well, the black areas, anything off that black area is considered rough terrain because it is a very steep hill, so it takes you
Okay.
twice as much movement to move up it or down it.
Good to know.
And where exactly are the where
They're
are we?
basically where Elite's pencil is.
Over
Yeah,
here?
there you go. Just off the
Okay.
edge there.
oh no.
Jessica.
Yeah.
Get the squares out.
Okay.
So you're basically, like, you're actually on the last 2 squares. You can arrange yourselves wherever you'd like on those.
Do you make it here?
Okay. So
Sorry, last 2, like, lengthwise.
And in here?
This way or this way?
This way. So it's the 2 squares that are there, not in the corner, just the last 2 squares on that side.
Like here.
Sorry, I'm getting.
you're not
getting
explaining this very
5
well.
squares in from here,
Okay.
2 towards me. You're anywhere in that area.
Oh, okay. I'll
So-
be right.
So either the last square
Yeah.
or the one in from that, and you don't have to be clumped together. You can be
Alright.
spread out slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get it's half movement.
It's, yeah, so 1 square of movement counts as 2 squares.
Trudging our way
And I normally get 6.
Correct. Also, the Vire says that opening was really cool, by the way. Good job, Jesse.
Wait, did he call me out?
No, he just said good job. But
Oh, thank you.
I
I'm
added the
like, how's
Jesse.
he know my name?
Stalker.
Your Facebook plans aren't working.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows who you are.
Yeah.
It's
So-
not cooked Dicecream Sandwich.
What would you like to do, Aluura? So, did you drink both potions? Or
No.
okay, so you drank the antidote. So you
Yep.
got a bonus action in your movement.
Okay. And I can bonus action dash, right?
Correct. So
And
you
that's
double your
my
movement.
movement. So
Correct.
I would just get 6 squares.
Yeah. Well, you would get because you're not at the edge of the map yet, so it'd be 1 free square and then 1 more to go off the edge, and then it would be half movement from there.
How many squares do I get?
One is
So
just
when you move anywhere in the brown, it
Yeah.
counts as 1 square. When you
Yeah.
move anywhere outside the brown, it counts as 2 squares, and you've got 12 total squares.
Okay.
So there's one.
So that's 1 to go to there, 2 would be to go to the first green square,
Okay.
and then you get 10 more, but each of them count as 2, so you get 5 additional.
You racing back to the park.
I'm such low
Oh.
hit points. I have to.
I thought you were gonna
So
try
we're all just sitting at the bottom.
That's
and
been
no-
crazy.
I get
Save
hit
me.
like twice.
Can
Yeah.
you pop that health though? I mean,
It's up to you. It's your character, your decision.
It's your character, your turn. I need to know
And
what
we're
you're doing.
metagaming by
I need to know what you're
suggesting such things.
Yeah. So you gotta
We're just,
pick.
we're just sipping tea at the bottom.
This
of
shit's
the-
happening right now.
She would just go for the. That's what I asked. It's what I wanted to do.
You wanted to do the double potions?
That's what Aluura
No,
would do.
I want to
Oh, pick the lock.
pick the lock.
If you want to pick the lock, you can't take the antidote because it's an action to try and pick a lock or to drink a potion.
Okay.
So you could
I'm gonna
take the antidote and hide. Okay, so you took the antidote and you hide?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. 19.
19? Okay, good to know.
The other
Alrighty.
Vistani followed the trees.
Fall out of the non-existent trees.
Just hitting
Are there
your
trees
friend
down
all the
below?
way down.
Just go forest.
Yeah, it's forest in a large ring around you. This is like a hill that's completely devoid of any life.
Bridge.
You've never
Yeah.
played King of the Hill before.
It's basically just a wide open area. Alright,
Take it
that's
to
going to be your turn. Bottom of the round, we have the 2 Vistani there. The one on the ground just kind of badly bleeding on his front with Alessa's trident stuck in his back as it gets ripped out. He's kind of, Luash, get over here!
Oh no.
And he turns around, and from underneath you, he's going to stand up. So he's going to use half his movement to flip himself back over. And he's going to go ahead and make... he's going to make 2 attacks against you. That's a natural 9, so that's going to be a 23. 23 and a 12.
Okay, 23 hits, the 12
Not
doesn't.
wiki.
12 does not. Okay, so that's going to be...
So we're crossing off the Annabelle.
So it's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Or sorry, 6 points of slashing damage, I should say. As he finally wrestles that scimitar, carries it one hand and just slices right up across your body. The second one goes across as you're just able to get that trident in front and block the blow in front of you.
I just don't flinch.
Okay. The other guy looking over there is just kind of look over and... What's going on? Why? We're all friends. Why?
the village
why
has
is he
been
attacking?
cursed.
You can't say anything
Okay.
because it's not his turn. It's not your turn. But
Okay.
he's just kind of like,
We're readying an explanation.
what's going on? And Charm Person, does he get a chance to save at the end of his turn? I don't think he does. I think it's only when he takes damage, right? Yeah.
No, if he gets attacked by any of my allies, then it breaks.
It breaks, but I think isn't it that when he takes damage, he also has a chance to break it? Let me double check. I could be wrong,
You're gonna
but
get
But
damage.
an attack would be him taking damage.
no, but it's
If
different.
it's like against.
No, because an attack is even if it misses. If someone attacks him. Charm Person regards you as a friendly acquaintance. The creature knows it was charmed by you. You or your companions do anything harmful to it. Nope, never mind. Okay, good to know. So, none of the rest of you know that, but you do. So, his turn, he's just kind of looking over and he just kind of runs over. Oh my god! And like is going to run over to his ally and is just going to crouch down and be like, are you okay? What are you doing? And that's it. That's his turn.
Okay.
So he's going to move in. However, the other guys are going to ready. And,
The wagon. Sorry.
Yep.
So you went like here.
At this point, Les, you begin to hear a series of swords being drawn from inside that center tent. What's your passive perception? It's just 10 plus your perception modifier.
Jeez.
Oh, guy there was naked. Where's that sword coming
13.
from?
13. 4, 6, somewhere in that realm, maybe more. But that's what you begin to hear.
All right.
Okay, awesome. So we'll go
Just
ahead.
doing the mental math.
Holy shit! Why can I roll like that when I'm trying to hit? Wow. Okay, so that's
Can you do any ice?
you were 14, right? Yeah, for your initiative.
Yeah.
Actually,
Can you do any cold or ice damage?
or were you immune to that?
No, I have a maybe a plan, but it requires cold damage of some kind. I know, but you're not there. If you can get there in time, I'm crossing.
My rapier does cold damage.
Oh, yes, I can.
Both what?
Very cool.
I mean, my interdimensional range.
There we go. 10, so 5. Okay, top of the rounds. Doctor, you're up again. So you see Les just spearing this man, bringing him to the ground, and then stabbing him as he's on the ground. The charmed person goes over and seems to be trying to help in some way, but doesn't seem to be
Can I
doing anything.
shout at my new charmed friend and say, "The entire village has come under the influence of dark forces. We need to stop them."
Okay, go and make a deception check.
I love this.
I know,
I'll say
this is so
make this
nice.
as at an advantage as well because charmed person.
This is so nice being like from afar to enjoy seeing you battle. Sorry.
Yeah. Schadenfreude. It's great.
Okay, so what did
26.
26. Okay. And he just kind of like turns back and looks at you, and he's just kind of like. And now he's looking down at his friend bleeding out onto the ground in front of him, basically, and he's just kind of. Is that true? And that's your action. Yeah, bonus action and movement.
Yes.
Like,
Bonus action,
that's
yes.
your bonus action, yes.
Would they be aware now with Rick?
Yeah, because Rick would have poked at him. Right?
Hearing? Like I feel like I would have maybe heard that.
Yep. So you are joining the initiative order on this
Yeah.
round.
Okay, got it.
So
Okay.
I'll get you guys to roll initiative now, actually, please.
Jordy, quick question.
Yes.
Something said, like, if something says it's 30 feet long,
Yes.
how does that work with wrapping around the circle?
30 feet long.
Yes. Like if it's a wall.
So
30 feet
so
long,
each square is 5 feet.
Right. So it'd have to be 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, actually, can I just move lightly, just like one square?
Yeah, of course. You've got 6 squares of movement, so wherever you'd like to go.
No, I'm gonna stay there.
Perfect. Alrighty, staying right there. Alrighty, initiative
18.
18. Alrighty. I'm just gonna rewrite all of this because it'll be easier. Initiative 5. Initiative 12. Okay.
I got 2 nat 20s when I was practicing rolling before the game to be like, which die should I use?
Like,
Fuck you. It's gonna shit all over this.
I know. This one I love. It's so pretty, but it never rolls well for me. There was like
That
one
is
session.
so great.
I know, it's very unicorny.
I'm tackling.
Like, look at it.
I know.
Sure. Yeah. I'm gonna see what happens.
Do it.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I spent a significant amount of time at work last week looking at dice on Etsy. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you order anything?
No, but there's like a discounted giant D20 that was like bright
Okay.
pink with an orange
So
shimmer.
that was your turn. Les, you're
You
up.
see my giant D20?
No, so I'm here.
Les, you are up.
Sorry,
Ooh.
just reading something.
all good.
Going to finish my attack on that dude.
Go for it.
Oh boy.
So he's no longer at advantage, so you just have a regular attack.
Yes.
Wait, no, you're
Ooh, baby.
good.
But I use this all the
Yeah, for
time.
sure.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess it's like pretty.
It's plus 7, right?
Yep.
Yeah. 15.
15 hits. Go and roll damage.
I love being a fighter.
Yeah, I guess you can just all you can do is be like, pop.
Yeah.
6 plus 6.
12 points of damage.
Echo.
Alrighty, and with that spear hit, you kind of placing a hand on his chest as he's trying to get up and just driving
Before
it.
it happens,
Yeah.
I want to like almost to do it, and then like stop like right before it's about to hit his chest, Just go lean in, be like, "Your vampire god can't save you now," and slowly drive it into his chest.
All right,
helps
wrap
out
an
my
arm
core.
around
Good
his
work.
shoulder and just push it into his chest. With that, he is unconscious. So we'll say flip him over because he is in place. He's still alive, but he is unconscious. You have your second attack. You've just had another person also run up beside you.
But you heard me shout.
You heard him shouting, so take that with what you will, as you hear the rest of those swords being drawn from inside and a lot of
That
heavy
concerns
footfalls.
me a bit more.
A lot of heavy
This guy
footfalls.
can like go on me all he wants.
Okay.
I'm going to.
That's fun. Sorry, it's really big.
It's so big.
It makes my hands
Whatever,
look
we'll
so
see what
small.
happens. I'm gonna cast Wall of Water on the entrance of the tent.
That's an action. You can't do that. You've only got one extra attack.
It's not an action surge.
Oh, you do? But you have a second attack as well if you'd like to use it.
Well, 6.
Right.
That's enough.
You can knock off 2 death saving throws. Off of you.
That's true.
Good.
Yeah.
Just
All right,
Sure
good
doesn't
roll on attack. So it's at advantage.
About average.
You still have to be his armor class, but
That's Jesse talking, not Leaf. Not the neutral good in me.
14.
No, yeah, actually.
so 2 death saving throws knocked off him as you stab it into his sternum. So wall of water. So wall of water. What are we looking at?
30 foot long,
Yep.
10 feet high.
Okay.
Disadvantage for any ranged attacks. It's considered rough terrain if they want to go through it.
So how wide is it? 5 feet?
I believe it is. It's 1 foot thick.
It's a
1 foot thick.
Yeah, 1 foot thick, 30 feet long, 10 feet high.
1 foot thick, 30 feet long, 10 feet high. Okay. So with that,
pencil.
Any ranged weapon, ranged attack
Avengers made
has
something.
disadvantage.
Although
On the
his
attack
body
roll,
also goes
fire
down.
damage is halved if the fire effects passes through
okay.
the wall.
So I've got 6 tokens here. You can flip these onto the backside, and you can arrange those
How?
because
How
those
many
are 5
squares?
6 squares. So that's why I've got those because those are all 1 square each. I knew these things would come in handy. Did you say all my effort?
No, I said I like mine better.
Oh.
Does this little corner square count?
Because it's like an actual wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can put it on top of it.
Yeah.
So you're creating the wall of water in front of the tent?
Yeah, so I'm gonna like, my body's just kind of like what we talked about, kind of like a little bit moist most of the time.
Yep.
Do this thing where I just like,
Very moist.
in my like sweaty, gleaming physique, use my hand down here,
Sweaty, gleaming physique.
like slide my hand down across to my chest,
Whoa.
and like fling the water
Oh,
out,
what?
and the water becomes like a giant wall of water.
Big old sweat wall just.
Les is
Yeah.
the world's worst magical girl.
Yeah, it's dirty and slimy.
his
Like,
hair.
oh, yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
mucusy?
No, it's just like sweat. It's like doing it's like flicking like a bead of water that goes.
Big feet of
Oh, so
water.
you're almost just like.
Yeah.
It's all blue with Gatorade at all of a sudden.
Wall of water. 3rd level evocation, 1 action. 10 feet high, 1 foot thick. Oh, a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter.
There's 2 of them. There's 30 feet long,
Yeah.
and then there's the ringed one as well.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm choosing the.
Yep.
the
Any
small
ranged
one.
attack, fire damage is halved.
I mean, if you put
Has
it
AC 5 and
through,
15
you
hit
can still
points.
see if you
Reducing.
Yeah, I can see the exit
There's
from
like,
like other side.
yeah, just open the
Yeah.
tent and come up the other
Yeah,
side.
but some of them
Okay.
have to exit,
Oh, well,
right?
can a pass-through solid out? Like, if I did ring of water in the middle of the tent, could it pass the tent? I've been, like, I
No,
did it
somewhere
outside,
you have to see.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't see inside the tent, so you have to be able to see
I
around.
could do it on top
So
of the
the
tent,
the
but
one
then there'd
thing-
just be like a wall on top of the tent.
That it does. There's nothing to say that they can't just walk through it.
Yeah.
So, just so you're aware.
I've thought of
But they
Wow.
don't know. What
They don't know, but there's nothing to say that they can't
Is
just
that,
walk
is
through.
that, it's considered rough terrain, so it'd be like, instead of 1 feet to 2 or something like that. But how rough terrain works.
Nope. That was what I just checked. Wall of water.
It's the rules.
Ranged weapon attack has disadvantage on the attack roll. Fire damage is halved, and then everything else is about spells about cold damage.
Okay.
That's
well,
it.
we
Oh,
might
sorry.
have-
The wall's space is difficult terrain.
Right.
So yeah. So it would give them. It would take them 1 extra square of movement to move through it.
Right.
Suckers.
Okay. So that's going to be your turn, unless you have a bonus action or movement.
Bonus action, I'm going to move back a bit.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So he is going to make an attack against you. The guy who's beside you is he's your friendly acquaintance. He's not his. He just saw him kill his buddy and then stab him after he was dead.
Let's be cool.
So this is going to be an attack against you. That's a 16. What's your armor class?
17.
17, that one misses. So in his haste and like the tears kind of coming out of his eyes a little bit and seeing this and just kind of drastically draws the scimitar and throws it across your body half-heartedly, it just deflects off against the armor, barely not dealing damage as you manage to back away. That's going to be your turn.
New anime character, so you run away.
All right, next up we have the people inside the tent.
Oh my god, the amount of
7, 8.
Damn it, I wanted to.
So we've got
so
these
I know,
two.
but I was, you know.
We've got these two. We've got these two. And we've got these two. We're
How
different.
many people were in there? There was not that many earlier.
No, they're just hanging out.
They were showing
No,
up
there
for-
was. We
Yeah.
just
That was
weren't
just a
listening.
warm-up.
Yeah.
They were there. We just
So
weren't
these two
listening.
are
That was
acting
the
first.
pre-show.
They are kind of looking at that water, and you see them testing to get through it. They're going to use an action to see if they can attack the water in some way. And when their swords just pass through it, they're going to try to move through. So they're going to use 15 feet of movement to get to the other side. And they're going to see the fallen ally. Going to move around to here. No, he's bleeding out.
Like,
What? I thought I killed him.
No, you.
no,
dealt two death
you-
saving throws.
He's
Oh,
failed
fuck.
two death saving throws.
So they're going to move over to here. And the other ones, they do not, they know that they can just move straight through. So we've got these guys. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Well, it's a
40,
good thing that I got out
45,
of it.
50, 55,
I'm
60.
sorry. What?
He's using double movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're going to use double movement to get over to there. These guys are going to use double movement to get over here. And these guys are going to use double movement to come around the backside. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To come there and there. Okay. And that is going to be all of their turns. That's that. Leaf, you're up.
Let's throw the.
So at the bottom of the hill, you see, you hear the shout,
yeah.
and you just kind of instinctively, oh shit.
Oh, bless. Bless.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The
Oh,
party's battle
name.
cry.
That name again is Vistani.
We're getting.
That's messed
Are we getting
up.
one here? We fighting.
My preference is to get the fuck out of here, but we may need to help. It looks like they've been pinned down.
Okay.
Like shit's going
So
on
we're-
up
so,
top of that hill.
You start to just hear the cling, cling, cling of metal on armor and metal on metal.
30?
So it's 2 squares per, so that would be 30, yeah.
Alright, cool.
But you've used double your action.
You can use-
But I can also go, what is that? Fuck.
So from there, I would get you to make a perception check to see if you could see over the lip on the hill,
Fair enough.
because it is very steep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, actually, you know what? You wouldn't actually be able to see. You'd be able to see one person, the guy right on the edge there. The
This
other
guy?
ones, yeah.
And Aluura.
And
Your
Aluura.
AC is so low, you guys. We can just murder.
Can I roll for something there to see if I can, like, determine?
There isn't a way to see more than that. That's the only person you can
That's a
see.
good
Yeah.
You can't see me because I'm hiding.
I know.
You're hidden.
Well,
I'm hiding. I'm so sneaky.
Yeah.
I'm so sneaky.
Actually, you know what? That's a good point. He wouldn't have actually gone to there. He would have gone in one step in. No, not you.
No,
the
no, the person. 'cause
yeah,
you
that
wouldn't
one.
see
He would have gone in between. Yeah,
That?
there. That's where he would have gone. So you're still relatively hidden. Alrighty. So yeah, so that'll get you to right about there. You're just shy of the edge of the lip. You can look over and you can now see a series of people that have all begun to engage in a series of scimitars, and you can notice that a few of them are wielding a single scimitar, and two of them are actually wielding 2
Look
scimitars.
at these
The
assholes.
fighters.
Yeah. They're animated.
Dualism.
Cool, and that's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. From there we come to Aluura.
So
So you are hidden. You see Leaf. Oh, you have a bonus action.
Yeah, can I?
You could bonus action heal Aluura if you'd like. You can see that she's pretty,
Yeah, if I
pretty
she's,
bloody.
she's hiding though, right?
Pretty bloody.
She's hiding though.
But you can see her. You're
I'm like
literally
literally just up
standing right
against
next
the
to her
back
now.
of the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. She's hiding from
Trailer,
people
like-
on the other side.
Okay, you're dying right now.
I'm like
She's hurt.
sneakily
She's
leaning.
hurt.
She's definitely hurt.
Okay, yeah. I'll fire.
That was an
Yeah, I'll fire a.
Yeah.
I'll fire just a cure wounds. Or sorry, a healing word. Healing word, which is 1d4. Yeah. 2. So 1d4 plus points of healing.
Heal for 10.
Thank you.
Not bad.
That's great. I will take
That's
it.
I'm good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Leaf.
Alrighty, Leaf, that is going to be...
on?
I don't know. Let's just went off the handle.
So, Aluura, now it will be your turn. So you've got your movement, your action, and your bonus action. You've just heard the heavy footfalls of people, and you kind of peek under one of the wheels, and you can see that a series of combatants of some kind seem to engage the doctor and less.
Okay.
So the two that are the single standalones, their minis are just to themselves. So the one directly in front of Les and the doctor.
These two?
No, the ones that have their
These
own
two?
unique
Yeah,
mini.
okay.
Yeah, those two. Those two, one you recognize as being Luvash, and another is another person that you don't recognize, but he is also wielding two scimitars.
Okay. And is Luvash the one in front of the doctor?
Yes.
Okay, I am going to, so I peeked around this way.
Yes.
Can I also take a peek around this corner?
Yeah, well, you're looking under the wagon, so you can
Oh,
kind of
so I can
see...
see everyone?
You can see feet. You
Feet,
can't see
okay.
faces of everybody.
Right, but I
But
can,
yeah,
I can see
Luvash
the
you
amount of
recognize,
feet.
and
From
you...
there, though, you'd be able to see what's happening
Okay.
here.
Yeah, you can see what's happening there for sure, but around the other side, you would have to move and expose yourself a little bit.
Okay, I am going to pop around this corner, so 1, 2, and I'm gonna attack that person there
Go for
with
it.
my rapier.
So you would have advantage on this because he didn't know you were there, because you were hidden. Let me just double check that. Yeah. Oh, actually, hang on.
Sneak attack.
Nope, never mind. Yeah, that's 18.
Back into combat.
Wall of Water is a racial feat, like a Triton feat. How does that work? It's not a spell.
Yeah,
Like,
you just
how
do
many
it
times can I
once
keep
a day.
using it? Once a day?
Once a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a free spell once per day. Just like Tieflings have Hellish Rebuke and Blindness, you get to do that once a day.
And blindness?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
that?
you're all just blind for some reason.
It's in the player's handbook. I think you get it at 7th level.
Oh, okay. I was like, I haven't
Or
seen
I
it.
think it's darkness, not blindness.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. 22 to hit. 22 hits. So go and roll damage. You do get sneak attack, of course.
So that is 3
3d6.
D6, 1d8
Correct.
plus 4.
Ooh.
So 15 points of cold damage.
15 points of cold. Okay.
I told you that my rapier was cold damage. So would I
Okay.
have to like
What the
hit
flies?
your ice ball?
Hit the wall.
Gotta throw
But
it.
I don't think you can move your wall.
No,
But also
no.
it's like there.
I had a plan, but they all went after me, so I didn't. I thought Jesse might be able to do that move before they all moved out.
Okay. Good to know. So that's your first attack. Second attack, if you'd like to hit with your crossbow.
Yes, I would also like to hit with my crossbow.
Go for it.
Is it? It's not an advantage anymore, right?
No. Advantage is the first attack because you were hidden.
Are you sure it's not an advantage?
I'm positive.
Okay, it's a 2.
Oh.
2 plus.
I mean 2 plus what is it plus? It's plus. Oh my god, why?
Dex.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dex proficiency
And then if there's
and 1 for the rapier.
No, this is my hand.
Oh, your hand crossbow. So
Yeah.
Dex proficiency.
So plus, so it's 8.
8 misses. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. That's your turn.
Do we know what they're?
Wait, did you guys?
You know that
That's my turn.
an 11 hits.
I'm gonna pop back around and hide.
Okay. Well, you can't hide because your bonus action attack is your ability to hide, but you can move back around.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. And they do not get an attack against you because swashbuckler.
Okay.
So, because broken. Anyway, that's going to be your turn. And next up, we come to Luvash, who moved to there. Erigal moved around. Leaf, you're up.
Outside.
Yeah, I can, but I don't think it's from here. I think it's outside. It's like a plasticky,
Someone
burning smell.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's yummy.
Leaf, you're up.
Smells like home.
It's you.
Okay,
So bottom of the hill, you currently can just see Leaf having like trudged up the side, hand over, eventually making it to the top where he's now able to stand mostly upright.
And-
Get up here.
okay, so each of these squares, like I know to move it's double movement, but each of these
Yes.
squares is how many?
5 feet.
Yeah.
So you normally get 6 squares,
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
wondering how
Yeah, it's
far
it's 5
something
feet.
that I influence will.
but What's your favorite terrain?
Forest.
Hills.
This is technically part of a forest.
Yeah. Finally, I get to use favorite terrain for something.
We're never
Jordy,
leaving
can I use
here.
forest this? No. Oh, finally.
We're just gonna
Natural
try to
explorer.
those,
Finally,
like,
don't
bird
ask if
games.
it's your favorite.
Yeah.
terrain.
I assumed that it wasn't, but I guess we are in a forest. We're just in a clearing.
While traveling for an hour or more in your favorite terrain.
What about it?
So yeah, you get it.
I get to not.
So you do not suffer the effects of.
Just fly up.
Oh no, sorry. No. Sorry, that is while traveling, not while combating like this. No.
Okay, so I still.
You still, because it is different. Like you think roots coming up from the ground versus just a big fucking hill.
That's fair. I mean, I do have 150 feet of movement, so it's not like it really messes me anyway.
Super fast.
You have what?
I think I have 150 feet of movement. It's because
It's the anime.
it's the Dread Ambusher. I
Yeah,
think.
which
Yeah.
gives you a
I already had a lot. It was like add 60 to what you currently have, which was
what?
yeah.
It says right here that she throws her hands behind her back.
Hey, hang
And
on.
just jumps off
Take
the
after me.
trees.
Okay, I
Hang
forgot
on.
what it was to start with.
I gotta
but-
find this because that
Alright.
sounds crazy.
Okay, so I'm a gloom. It's part of my Gloomstalker
Yeah,
thing. Which
I know
is
it's Gloomstalker,
Xanthars. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm in. Monster
I mean, I
Slayer,
didn't actually even use it. 'cause
Horizon
normally I'm
Walker,
sitting in the back
Gloomstalker,
ranging, but
Dread Ambusher.
yeah.
At the start of the first turn of each
Oh no, you know
combat,
what?
your
I'm so
walking
sorry. That
yeah.
was my vision that I was looking at.
Yes,
I'm
your
silly.
walking speed increases by 10 feet though.
Yeah.
So you go from 30 to 40 feet. So
Right.
if you double that, you go to 80.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like 150 euros.
I was like
Jesus.
150. You're moving like yeah,
Wait, so I'm
literally you're
40?
flying.
Yeah, you're the Flash.
Yeah.
Say wait, what do I
So
have?
you, so you've got regular movement of 40 feet
Uh-huh.
just for the first round of combat.
Okay.
My name
Then
is
you go
Lee.
back to 30 after that.
Fastest
Okay.
route alive.
Okay.
I'll leave you in the dust.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Hey, that's what you tuned in
That's
for,
pretty good.
alright?
One day I dreamed to become the
Boo.
Hokage of Gloomstock Village.
I do want to live in Gloomstalk Village. Okay, but
Or the elite.
But so,
regardless, so
regardless,
like
you
say
get the extra 10 feet. So each square counts as 10 feet.
yes, but what my question is, if it's a spell effect, does it still count as 10 feet, or is it the 5 feet at that point? Like, if I'm looking at a 20-foot spell effect, it would go to here.
Yeah, it's just
not
movement.
Here.
It's
Okay,
just
yeah.
movement.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
But you also can't see at the top of the hill.
Yeah, because
I don't think
you
this-
need to be close.
Usually you need to see your target.
yeah, I'm not really casting it on one of our enemies. I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Oh.
In case we need to get the fuck out of here.
Pass Without Trace, I think, takes a minute to cast. Just 10
casting time,
rounds.
1 action.
Really?
That's what it says on here.
Holy crap.
We're getting the fuck out of
Sorry, I'm debating
Doing a
cards,
lot of
which
checking
are
out.
usually correct. Cards
Second
are usually
fight.
right, but
Let's
And
make
quite
Jordy
some time.
wait for it.
They move fast though, you guys.
1 out of 2.
So, like,
1 out of
They
2.
just doubled their movement. anyway.
wow, yeah, one
We
action.
doubled the movement and
Range is
didn't do
self.
anything else. We can all
So for the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you
I just kind of off and
has a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I
you
figured
cast it as an action?
to start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
like,
yeah, if we want to get the fuck out of here, I want us to be able to do that. So
Alrighty.
I'm
Works for
gonna
me.
Cast that, and like whenever anyone who is one of my allies comes in within my 30 feet range,
They get a bonus to
I'm
stealth.
gonna be doing that for them.
Well, it's automatic.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So that's
Yeah.
my intention. So if I cast that, do I get another attack on or another movement?
So yeah, so you've got your action, which is the spell. You've got your movement, and you've got your bonus action.
Okay.
And your
And
movement,
I
you
get
get
a
the extra 10
bonus
feet
attack on my first turn as well.
if you attack.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's fine. Okay, so
all that. You
Being
kind of
practical.
I know. I'm just trying to figure it out because I'm
Yeah.
in my head.
It's been a
like,
minute since we
I'm
had
trying to
like
make sure that I
in-depth
still kind of
combat.
stay out of sight because I need to come back and fetch what's his face, our Casimir.
I mean, we might be able to do it no problem anymore.
Yeah, if we can kill him.
No
Why don't
one's-
you convince the drows that there's been a mutiny and get them all to help you?
We have someone who can disguise themselves super easily.
Well, I have disguise self too. It's
Yeah.
more that like I'm just.
it's more than just like I
I
love
love
love the
Never
way I
burn a
look.
Can we
bridge.
just like not just like melt into the forest? That's my MO.
Alright.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So you got
that's
40
fine.
feet of movement.
You've just done your
I have 40
Sherlock
feet
Holmes,
movement.
like imagining the entire thing.
Okay. So, can I do cross for the
Yep.
40 feet? Okay, so
So 5, 10,
5, 10,
Snakes and ladders.
10 or 15, 20.
Yep. 25, 30,
25, 30.
35, 40.
Cool. Can I see?
You can now see over the top. You can see the people who were just in your immediate vicinity.
Just Aluura, or like this sort of row here?
That row.
Okay, so I can see Blue Bash over here and this guy over here?
Yeah,
I
just
think I would
barely.
see him beyond that.
Yeah, you'd be able to see him.
Style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was your action and your movement. You have a bonus action left if you'd like to use that.
Okay, what can I do with my bonus action again? It's not much, right?
Did you took Hunter's Mark? Hunter's Mark is bonus action. Oh no, but you can't cast 2 spells in the same turn. Never mind. Yeah, bonus action. You don't really have much.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just maybe like
No, not even Warcaster.
Fuck me. It's as a reaction.
right there.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I'll just tap Aluura and say,
Fucking
if we need to get out of here, we might be able to sneak away.
You do notice that as you're crouching down, you who is very used to crouching in shadow, there are more shadows. And you just kind of instinctively just kind of, ooh, this is nice. And you like hold them onto yourself and like make like your black
Like
clothes
Peter
again.
Pan, like
Yeah.
kind of stitching the shadow on you.
Exactly.
That
So,
could be your patron.
That's going to be your turn. Next up,
That's
we
what you
come
get for having spooky
to
friends.
the guards. The one who is unconscious, he's going to make a death saving throw. He succeeds.
Ow! God damn it!
The other guy who is down low, he doesn't have any way to help at the moment, so he's just going to turn around, move back. Yep, and he's going to go ahead and attack.
Where's he gonna go to?
He's going to go over to Les. 3, 4. You go around to that corner.
Right here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
It's
So,
okay, I got it.
so he has multi-attack and he has pack tactics. So he has advantage on attack rolls as long as an ally is within 5 feet. Les, no, that is a 12 to hit you. Second attack. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That laugh was too manic.
I did.
That's going to be 4 points of slashing damage as the scimitar streaks out and he's just kind of running right at you and stabs beside you and then eventually pulls back and just kind of cuts right across your midsection, cuts through the armor slightly. So you do take a little bit of damage as some of your greenish blue blood begins to soak out. So that's going to be his turn. Death saving throw was saved. Bottom of the round, Hope. What would you like to do?
Cinnamon's not around.
Cinnamon is 20 to 30 minutes away.
Feels like
Other
recess.
side
The
of
plains
the
of
forest.
Ulster.
Just a question. If I were to Misty Step,
Yes.
would that avoid the rough terrain?
Yeah, Misty Step just moves you the amount of the distance.
Sweet. That's cool.
Yeah.
The
So you
true
could bonus
damage
action to
does.
Misty Step anywhere within 30 feet, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So anywhere within 30 feet, and then you would still have your action and your movement after that.
Okay.
So, but right now, also, I think Misty Step is somewhere you have to be able to see, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's you teleport
Yeah,
to 30 feet within you where you can see.
To an unoccupied space is what I got noted down.
Yeah.
There's more to it.
Yeah, it's always fun for stuff like these. Unoccupied space that you can see. Yeah. So
So it's
right
up
now,
the hill. So
you can see up the hill.
Space.
You can see up the hill, but you can't see somewhere more than 30 feet away from you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's
So like at the edge, they could do to the edge.
You could do to one shy of the edge. So just one off the edge. Yeah.
This will be good though.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you would still have your regular movement once you got there.
Okay.
So that would work.
Well, that wouldn't make any sense though, because people can like misty step to like a balcony.
We can dimension.
Yeah, because they can see they can see where the balcony is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I already saying is they can't see beyond
They,
the
yeah,
edge, so
they can't see the
spot.
edge of that, right? Like,
Right.
if I hold my hand up here, you don't know what's on top of my hand. You're trying to teleport to, so you could
So
teleport.
can they teleport to like the space that's a foot above?
It would be more than that because you would have to go to the space you can see based on angles. You would teleport to above 10 feet over and then fall 10 feet to the ground.
I think.
But also 30 feet.
You're still getting the.
You're-
basic
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Just the opposite into.
Remember how we had this discussion about how Amanda was like the defender of things she did not know were just and right?
Alright, well,
Yeah.
As true.
You're basically
Can
trying
I-
to teleport to the top of a 3-story building, right? So from the
Yeah.
ground, you can't see that. You can
can see
see
the
10
air.
feet over where that is, right? Based on the angle that you're at, you'd be able to see 10 feet over.
I'm trying to remember what I found out about the Vistani and that Strahd deal. Yet
We'll say
or
we were
no?
chatting about that.
Yeah, you were all talking about that while everyone was down below. You were deciding what to do. Everybody shared their information.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet, because that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Murdering
I
that.
thought you guys didn't
We
because
did.
you were like, no. Well, what we said within that conversation was like, we don't want to talk about it. Let's just leave. And you guys did not want to say what had happened.
Yeah, but Rick popped down to talk to Hope, and Rick would have been like, "Yo."
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Yep.
Or these
That
guys
makes
back.
sense.
Shit's going down.
Alright,
So,
so I'm gonna Misty Step to here.
okay. So then you'll have your full 30 feet of movement. So your first square stepping out of the green counts as twice. So you use 10 feet to get onto the brown. Once you're on the brown, you've got 4 more squares.
Yeah, and then, okay. And this is just a regular person.
This is one of the ones with the two. No, wait, this is where it's two
Yeah,
scimitars.
this
Yeah,
is
those are the ones with the 2 scimitars.
Regular and injured. Two scimitars, two scimitars.
That's the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was gonna just go for the one
by all
nearest.
means. Crack that.
Ring a bell.
Sorry, I'm like, ring a bell. Ding dong.
Ding dong daddy.
So what are you doing? Are you moving 5 more feet in?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to this person here.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Les, I've got you.
Ha
As Les
Right,
is
although I'm
surrounded
like-
by 4 different allies and just
Yeah.
kind of, or 4 enemies and just, come on!
I'm like,
Les is so happy.
I got you. And I have my longsword in both hands. And
So you've dropped your shield.
My shield, yeah, because my shield is that
Plus 2 to AC.
I'm gonna plop it on my back.
Okay. So you don't actually have there isn't a way to do that.
Oh,
It's
with
you
this
either
one.
drop it as a free action or you use an action to stow an item.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna. Actually, yeah, the shield
It's
can be
undead.
light.
It's undead. stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's undead
Yeah,
stuff.
for
Yeah.
living people.
Never mind.
Not yet.
Alright, well, I'm gonna.
Let's say these guys are vampires and we don't know it.
What are you doing? We gotta keep
I
going.
know, I'm
Sweet,
sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. It's been a while. I'm like seeing what I got.
You can't cast a spell because you already cast a spell, so your
Yeah.
options are to attack or to drink a potion for the most part. Or you could like
Alright.
try to grapple somebody if you wanted to
Just smack him over the head.
Oh yeah,
just reduce their speed to 0, make it so they can't leave, but that's
yeah, so
about
I can't do a spell.
it. No, because you cast 1 spell
And
per
that's
turn.
even including cantrips.
The cantrips you can cast. It's you just can't cast an leveled spell.
Okay, well, because I went up next to this dude, can I do shock and grasp?
Sure.
Are they wearing metal armor?
No, they're wearing leather armor.
Alright. So I got to roll to see if I even hit first.
Correct. So with this, for Shocking Grasp, you're going to add your intelligence modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Get it. Shock it. So good.
Ooh, yeah. 23.
23 hits.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll damage on this, which I think is 2d10.
I got 2d8 wrote down for shock and grasp.
Maybe it's
I
the...
can look it up.
No, I got it.
Let's double check that.
Shocking
Isn't this
Grasp is... 2d8, and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Yeah.
So roll 2d8.
Do
So
it.
I'll do the sun battle.
Is that, yeah, that's
Oh, no.
that's a 7.
7 total? Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But yeah, so I've still got my shield and I just went.
Yeah.
I'm like, Les, I got you.
And you just begin to see lightning come out, and you just instinctively go, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is terrifying and exciting at the same time.
All right, that's bottom round. Hope top of the round. Doc, you're up.
Boy, I've been waiting for this.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna pop Hunger of Hadar.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
I'm gonna
what's
do
this?
it right there.
Okay.
So everyone within a 20-foot radius is blinded.
Okay.
Also, they if they start their turn within that range, so that
So you're
covers-
also blinding Les and yourself?
No, I'm not. Because if I'm here, then I'm getting 5 or no, can I pop it there? I can pop it there.
So it's a 20-foot radius.
Radius.
So centered on a point. So the weird thing with these is actually you center it on an X. You don't actually center it on a single square.
oh, I see.
And then it's
So it's
4
like-
squares out from that.
Yeah. So if I center 1, 2,
He's basically trying to center it so it gets these guys, but not us, by one square.
Yeah.
So there, then, would do it, right? 1, 2, 3.
So you're either not getting yourself or you're not getting.
Luvash.
You're getting yourself or you're getting him, is what you're saying.
So you're either hitting the 3 of them,
Yeah.
but not Luvash, the 3 of them, Luvash and you, or just Luvash and the 2 that are back here.
Oh. But I can also get these 2 back there.
Those
with
2 are
whatever
in
they-
there regardless.
Okay.
It's
I'll get these 3.
Okay, so Luvash is not blinded. You pop it right beside yourself, and suddenly these coiling black tentacles begin to slop out of this instant darkness that just begins to shred out of the ground. You cutting yourself off from the other side of the battle. Directly in front of you, Les, 3 allies. You're looking right at them as all of a sudden these purple tentacles start coming up out of the ground and slapping against the ground beside you, and then you just begin to hear these echoing screams from inside, kind of coming from nowhere and everywhere at the same time directly in front of you, as arms and moves in front of you are flailing out, trying to figure out what's going on. You just see little catches of glimpses of scimitars breaking through the blackness. So, Arms of Hunger of Hadar, it's on their turn, they take
On
damage?
their turn, they take 2d6 cold damage on the start of their turn.
Whoa.
Yep.
If they end their move,
They get to make a save though, right?
No, I don't believe so.
No?
No.
Using tentacle magic.
It's
I
also
approve.
difficult terrain throughout,
Yep, any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold.
and
It
any
is-
creature that ends its turn makes a dexterity saving throw.
Right,
To
that's
take
where the save is.
2d6 acid.
Yeah. Okay, so that is your action. You have a movement and a bonus action. One person, Luvash, still engaged with you, and one kind of flailing about in the darkness.
Yeah.
So
I can't disengage the bonus.
you can't. Rogue only.
Okay.
You wanna do anything to Luvash or?
Well, I can't.
No.
Really.
You got a bonus action.
Kiss on the lips.
I'm just giving a little.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have a bonus. So.
Nope.
I'm just
Alrighty.
gonna get ready.
Sounds good. Prepping yourself. All right, that's gonna be your turn. Les, you're up. So you saw the 3 right in front of you, just kind of come on, and then they all just vanish into darkness. And you just kind of, one guy is visible on your right hand side.
You can still fuck them up. They're just blind.
He can't. You'd be attacking them at disadvantage because you don't know where they are.
Right.
Yeah, it's literally a wall of darkness.
So this one?
All 3 of them in
So
front of you.
who can I see?
The one right beside you on your right.
So the one that.
Yeah, the one that you just hit.
Yeah.
So, but if he, let's say, Les decides to move, then he doesn't have to they don't get an attack of advantage on him because they can't.
They
see
get an
anything.
attack of opportunity because he's still leaving, but they're blinded, so it's a disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's complicated.
Yeah, it's like when a creature becomes invisible and moves away. You don't know they're there,
Oh,
but you
yeah,
can
but
still
I'm still-
flail about.
I'm going to move. It's hard to move though because this thing's blocking my way, right?
You could scooch
You
around.
could try and
the wagon.
slide under it.
You could try to mantle that. I'd let you make an athletics check if you want to try and mantle it to climb over.
Dukes of Hazzard, that shit.
But then all 3 of them are going to get attacks of opportunity against you.
Yeah, there's still this
Just slides
person we can
across.
fight.
Even at
gonna
disadvantage,
come by
that's going to be
everyone.
hard to beat. Alright. Well, I'm going to go against this guy then.
Okay, go ahead and make your first attack.
Take them into the blender.
Or are you attacking them?
13 plus 7.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Not just shocking him. I'm like, I can help with that. Ooh. It's 5 plus 6.
That's 11. That's enough. He drops to the ground in front of you. Go ahead and flip that token over for me.
To death saves again?
Death saves again, yep.
Okay.
Just in case.
And got a second attack,
Yep.
but I can't see a 3 in front of me.
You can catch little glimpses of them. If you were to make an attack, it would just be made at disadvantage.
Right. Can I hop over this dead idiot's corpse?
Sure. You could make an athletics check to jump over him.
Okay.
But they still
And would
get
you
to attack.
Yeah. but
They would
that's
still get an attack of opportunity, but they're at disadvantage, so it's up to you.
Do you have a high AC? No, fuck it. I'm gonna jump over the cart.
Okay. Over the
Go
cart?
for it.
over the cart and not over the person.
No, because I'm gonna try and get to Luvash now.
Okay, go for it. So yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Smoke the sound of the cart.
7 plus 6.
13?
Yeah.
13, you begin to mantle over it. It'll take you an extra 5 feet of movement to do it, but you do manage to get to the other side.
Too
So
slimy.
it's 10 feet to get to that one square. So that's 10 feet. When you leave, that one guy gets to make an attack of opportunity against you at disadvantage.
That's still on top of the.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a 9. So that one misses. Second guy, disadvantage. No, what was the natural 20? And an 8, so that's a 12. And then
The
a
other
third one.
He's still in melee with that.
Oh, you're not going around to Lubash?
No, I am.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was just
you
to
place-
succeed.
Okay,
that was just
okay.
to succeed, and
Yeah.
then.
Last one's a 14. That misses as well. All 3 of their attacks, all 3 of their reactions now blown.
It's good to be moist.
So now running around to the side of Lubash,
Moist.
kind of
It
pressing
sure
between
is.
him and the doctor in the darkness.
Oh, hey,
Extra
wouldn't
attack.
that,
Yeah, go for it.
wouldn't that also freeze the wall of water? Because it's cold damage.
At the start of Les's turn, the wall would be frozen solid in the darkness, which no one would know about. But yes,
Good to know.
It's
It
frozen,
is-
but we
it
don't
is
know
frozen,
about
but
it.
you don't
Les
know.
smiles. He
It's
doesn't
frozen,
know
but
that.
you don't know.
I feel a
Hey,
bit
we
chilly.
could actually
Yeah.
cast magic missile at the darkness
You
if
could.
we
That's
really
true.
wanted to.
So,
I'm gonna attack at Lubash
yeah, go
here.
ahead and roll your attack against Lubash.
No, I like the thing where we did
17?
put
17.
the dust of disappearance
17 to Lubash. That hits. Roll damage.
And I'm gonna make this.
Fuck up
was-
Vistani.
But
Ooh, yeah.
also
Distracting
less
strike.
Distracting
experience
strike,
on
alright,
his
do it.
character.
So the next person who attacks him has advantage.
Go for it. So roll your damage.
Let's get that 6 and that 8 over here. Yeah.
The next person who attacks has advantage.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm gonna Hunter's Mark that shit up.
Fuck
Yeah, you
yeah! This is the best day of my squirmy life.
I thought you were about to say squiddy.
Oh, a 6 and an 8.
Whoa!
Plus six.
Plus 6.
It's 20 points of damage. Nicely done. You just kind of jump around the corner and seeing that visceral image of this man whipping a younger man and kind of taking you back.
Brings you back to your old days.
And just kind of
Oh, and yes, trust
And
me,
you-
he was going down either way.
the trident.
Whoever did anything.
The trident, weirdly enough, you get out, you jump over to him, and you slam it into the ground and land beside him with the trident in the ground, grab the bottom of his foot, and then just pull him up as you rip it out of the ground and stab it in the center of his chest. All 3 of them just indenting in there, caving his leather armor in as you then retreat it, and he falls back just like slightly stunned at the sight of that. Distracting strike has had its effect. So, well done. That's going to be your turn. Yeah, bonus action is basically heal, so
Yeah, don't need to do that really.
all right.
So
That's going to be your turn. Next up are going to be the 2 down at the bottom of there, so go ahead and roll damage for cold damage, please.
That's 2d6, right?
Yep, 2d6.
I really need to pee, but I'm like, I
you
can't
were
pee.
caged.
That's 9 damage each.
9 damage each, okay. So that is...
I just want to see what's
Yeah.
happening, though. I
Okay,
can't
have too much
so
FOMO.
they
You go watch the stream.
whilst I quickly
suddenly
While you
having
have a
this
stream
darkness
yourself.
appear in front of them. They don't know which way is up. They're just feeling this slapping, slick tentacles against them. Just everything
Quit
that
slapping yourself.
no...
Quit slapping yourself.
They're not slimy, they're cold.
Yeah, they're cold and burning against their face and their arms
like
with the acid damage. So they're gonna run in a random
Baggy
direction.
away.
Yeah.
Each.
Bad
So
tie.
one is gonna run
Not you.
this way and one is gonna run that way
Or right.
with their full movement until
It's-
they get out.
It is
No
difficult
pinching.
terrain.
Yeah, so
The
that's
fisherman's
10,
daughter
15, or 10, 20, 30.
Oh, and that guy's dead
It's
now,
like, it's
isn't
like
he?
the first.
This guy? Oh yeah, he's dead.
So he failed his
And then
throw.
Well,
I'm gonna
he's being attacked.
10, hit the side of the tent,
Well,
and
it's
is gonna
ice- it's
fall
ice
around
now,
the side of the
right?
tent.
Yeah.
So you can, like, just
Oh, so he's gonna end his turn in the hunger.
Yeah, they both are.
Oh, even
They
better.
they can't get out, yeah, because you centered it on this point, right?
Yeah.
That's as far as that one can
Okay,
go.
so sorry, that's the.
Oh!
So that's our blend.
They get to make a dex save. Ooh, that's. I think that actually succeeds for both of them. That's a 17 and a 20.
My spell save is 17.
Yeah, so they succeed, but I think they still take damage. They just take half.
That is correct.
Yeah, so go and roll the damage for that as well.
So that's 9, so that's 5 points. each.
4. It rolls
each.
down.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, rounds down.
Darn it.
But
That's
4
okay.
points of cold damage.
Acid.
Oh, acid damage. Good to
Yeah.
know. Alrighty, so they are stuck in the hunger of
Does that
Hadar.
affect their armor? Like if we go to attack them, is their AC lower now that they've had acid damage?
There are certain effects that do that. This is not one of them.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
there are certain spells that will corrode armor and certain items that will corrode armor.
Good to
Yeah. So that is going to be that one. Next up from them is the other 2 thugs that are on the left. They are not affected.
These guys?
Yeah,
Oh yes, they are. They
They
were.
totally are.
So they are going to run in a random direction. Hey, they both. Oh,
But they're starting.
actually. Sorry.
They're starting.
Yeah,
They
so they
roll
take the damage. So you roll the damage. They're not going to fall, but one
So
of them
that's 8
actually runs
damage
this
each.
way.
Nice.
Okay, 8 damage each.
Doctor.
And wait in the pool.
So that's
how
Demon
long you
daddy.
been hiding that?
Since level up.
Daddy.
So these ones were also in the darkness too,
Yeah,
right?
they ran in random directions determined by d4s. One ran this way and one ran this way,
And non-gendered.
and that is going to take him just outside of the
Daddy's not
edge.
gendered.
That's true.
After he hits
I mean, I know
the
it is, but also I
caravan,
feel
he's
like
going to move his way around
I
the
mean,
side.
I'm
So
the
that's
type of
10,
Yes.
15,
Yeah.
20,
Oh, that's nice.
Francis, no.
25, 30.
Francis Street.
He moves this way,
That's
so
a
that's
street
10,
location.
15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 25, 30. Yeah, because he can jump the corner. Okay, so actually, no. You know what? They're going to hang back, and they're going to pull out crossbows.
Just start shooting up.
And they're going to both pull out heavy crossbows. At least one of the thugs is within 5 feet of the creature. Perfect.
Now you're talking.
So, from where they are, they're going to make, attacks at the creatures right in front of them. They're going to go after Aluura.
I'm hidden.
No, you aren't, because you couldn't hide at the end of your turn. You used your bonus action to attack.
Oh yeah, but I was here. I was
You're
kind of on.
within-
I was kind of on like an X, so I would have been kind of there. Can they still see me?
Yes.
I was on an X, not on a square. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, they can see you. That's a natural 20.
Oh well. Fuck 'em.
So they're going to go ahead and hit you.
They're
actually-
gonna try.
No, you know what?
Does it-
They're actually gonna go after Elith coming up the side of the hill. Yeah. So that's gonna be one attack each against you, Elith. Oh, no, I don't think those are gonna hit. That's a 15 and that's an 8. Yeah. So no hits against you.
Y'all
You're
hit
too
Leaf in the
shadowy.
leg.
That's right.
So that's gonna be their turn, and last up from them are the other two that are in here.
I don't think they're out of the thing, I think.
No.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're still in
These two are in it. This one takes the cold damage, so go ahead and roll the cold damage.
That's 6.
6, okay.
Bye.
6. And he's going to move in a random direction. Damn it. That's the worst direction to move. And he's going to move 10, 20,
So,
30.
hey, real quick, that gives me an opportunity to attack, doesn't it?
It does. So you have an attack opportunity against him. It's at disadvantage because you don't know exactly where
That's
he
fine.
is.
I'll
But you
take
get to make a melee attack as
That's
an.
cool.
But are you wielding a melee weapon?
I have my supporter staff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do it.
Bonk him on the head.
Yeah.
At
Bonk him
disadvantage,
good.
right?
At disadvantage, yeah.
You bonk him good with that hentai.
Yeah, that's a 5, so none.
5 plus.
It was a 3 plus.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not going to hit.
No.
Okay. So yeah, so that one just kind of, you hear the little bit of movement as like the faint screams and echoing just slap against something, and you throw your staff out trying to impact. Nothing seems to make purchase though.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alrighty. Damn it. You
So I'm gonna roll
the
the
worst
dashes, yeah.
direction. Yeah. So they get to
Oh,
make
yeah,
a dex
dexterity,
save. That's a. Is that cocked? No. That is a 20.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Or, like, it's
So
half.
half damage. Yep.
Okay, so that is 1. That's 3. Round down.
Yep. 1 point of damage. Alrighty. Good to know. Alright. That is going to be their turn. Next up is Leaf. You're up.
Alright, I'm gonna bless up the.
Bless up.
I'm gonna bless Les,
Yeah, bless Les.
Aluura, and Hope.
Okay.
So you guys all get 1d4, do you think?
Thanks, thanks.
So it's 1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Besides that, I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
I
You never
Say
know.
that now.
For my bonus action, can I just hide?
Not
I mean,
really.
it's kinda
Can you
shadowy.
continue moving or to get into a position?
If I just
to
do
hide,
real
or-
still,
I'm,
you won't
I'm
see
pretty
me.
pleased
I've
where
given
I'm
them all
at,
like
so
that
I'm kinda-
bonus to stealth. I don't know if that helps.
It's more so that like you're kind of off the edge. You kind of poke your head up a little bit, see the three of them, and then duck back
Yeah,
down.
that's kinda-
So they can't currently see you. We'll say that you're taking a knee.
Okay.
Okay.
That's basically it. I'm trying to.
Just stay out of the fight.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, good to know. All right,
Get in there,
that's gonna be your turn,
I'm hoping that way I
Laura.
Do some headbutts.
Okay. So
So seeing the shadows cling to you as a leaf comes into view, and then feeling a rejuvenation in your arms as Leaf looks over the edge and blesses you. What would you like to do?
So what is the spell effect? Where's
That
the end?
square right there is the edge of the spell effect. So you can look around the corner and you can see the doctor fighting Luvash.
Right.
Everything to that side is black.
Okay, and so I can't get to Luvash to do damage.
Currently, You could. You would just have to go around and be between the doctor and Les. There's a square there.
Would she be able to make it like with because these squares are partly?
Yeah, well, you've got the one open square behind the doctor. Yeah, so that's 5 feet of movement. And then you can
these
jump
ones,
over.
I know they're there, but I can't see them.
Correct.
All of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereabouts is the lock on the carriage again?
Lock on the carriage is on that side. You would just be able to get in front of it if you wanted to try doing that as an action.
We're gonna get it once we move.
I know this is true. I don't have to do it right now.
We don't know what's in it. Part of me is
Also,
like, what if it could just like
From where
solve
you
it?
are, you can probably
Wow,
peek around the
it's
corner
neat
and get
stuff.
these guys here with their crossbows too.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Okay, so I'm going to. Yeah, I will.
Crossbow expert.
She's like, fuck you, crossbow. That's my thing.
They're holding heavy crossbows. She's like, ding! It's Iron Man versus the tank.
So
Even though the score was terrible.
for sneak attack damage, I'm the only one within 5 feet.
Correct. Only one within 5 feet of, I think it's of you
Of me.
or of the creature. Let me double check. All of our fun combat stuff that we don't
Sorry,
remember.
guys, we're learning.
No, it happens. You don't need. If you are within 5 feet of it, and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you. So yeah, essentially, if you are beside somebody and you are free all around you, you get sneak attack.
Okay, that's not gonna work either.
These guys are also kind of fucked up already.
These guys are?
Yeah.
No?
With the
Yeah.
spell.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lightly
They're
fucked.
taking a bit.
Lightly.
Yeah,
They're
no, with a
sick.
chainsaw.
Okay, well I'm just gonna run up and fuck them up.
Your stab.
Fuck them up with a frost blade and magic damage.
Okay, go for it. So first attack.
It's not an
You don't want to
advantage
be.
if any-
You want to be off the edge to get sneak attack.
I can get
You can get off the edge.
Just float
Yeah,
down.
exactly. It's
and then pop back up.
well,
Surprise,
you
bitches.
like you can still attack them. They're still within 5 feet of you. It's just that you're on like kind of weird, difficult terrain. You don't get disadvantage on your attack rolls or anything. You're just kind of like standing on a weird hill.
And I would get sneak attack if I did that?
Yeah, because in that case, Hope is not within 5 feet of you.
But this is within 5.
It's within 5 feet of you.
Yeah,
Oh, I
and
misunderstood
nobody
that.
else.
Okay.
If you look at the 8 squares around you, if there's one creature there and you're attacking that creature, you get sneak attack.
Okay.
So
My roll
Was?
I rolled an 18. I rolled a 2 on my bless, and then plus 7. So
yeah,
it's
27 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. So you get 3d6.
I just want to hear you say it.
I just want to hear you add my dice up, Jordy.
Yes. So the 3
Your
d6
job.
plus my d8.
Bye. Send them into the shadow
13.
realm.
13
Hey, you actually activated some
13.
activated trap when you sent them to the shadow realm.
plus
Oh, plus
I'm the fighter of this team.
4.
Yeah.
So
17.
Oof.
Alrighty, 17 points of damage. Nicely done. Elite kind of popping out from behind the little Aluura, popping out from behind the caravan, and then just kind of seeing Hope there and going, she's got this, and then jumping over the edge and then stabbing up right to the groin of the guy coming up around the side. You see the blossoming ice go right around as that impacts against the chest, piercing through the leather armor. A substantial amount of damage has been dealt. You have your second attack if you'd like to make it.
Bring out my hand cross and
Fire it
fire
off, go
as
for it.
well.
Pew pew.
Second attack.
A pew pew.
It's gonna be a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
No, a 23. Oh gosh, a 29.
A 29 hits.
Uh,
Nobody's hit 30 yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Wait, did you roll your 1d4?
that was with my D4. I'm sorry. That would have been great.
So yeah, that would have been a 19 and a 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a 19
nice.
and a 4.
Well done. All right, 29 to hit. That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that's without sneak attack. That's just
Correct.
my.
It's just your crossbow plus your dex.
So d6. So 5. So 9. That's 8.
8. 8 is enough. That guy right in front of you, after taking that hit and just kind of looking down at this blossoming, growing ice, is kind of scabbing at it, trying to pull it off of his clothes as the crossbow bolt just impacts in the same place, and then falls back to the ground, flipped over, and now on death saving throws. Well done. That's going to be your turn. Well, you've got. So you were there 5, 10,
10, 15.
20, because it's
Wait,
difficult. Oh no, sorry, it's difficult. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 15.
Oh, yeah.
It's 15.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can hug along the edge of it and then jump off as your last one.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got 15 feet left.
I'm just gonna pop back.
You can also just chill there.
But if you pop back with Hope, then you and they can flank that guy if he comes after them. There's that.
We don't get flank.
Oh, you
Is
don't
that a 5? That doesn't do
No?
anything.
No, flanking is a Pathfinder
not.
Oh, sorry.
adaptation.
I'm thinking it was Zweihander.
I'm just going to pop him.
Stay there. Okay, that's gonna be your turn. Next up, we come to Luvash. So, he with those two engaging him, seeing the doctor, he's gonna go ahead and make his attacks against you. So this is gonna be 3 attacks. He's gonna go reckless. So that's gonna be a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so first attack is.
The glass cannon. It's a warlock thing.
That's going to be 9 points of slashing damage. So you take 9, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is a to see if he maintains a spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the DC for this is 10.
10?
Yeah.
Nope, that's a 1.
That's a 1. So Hunger of Hadar drops immediately, and the area is re-illuminated as all the creatures inside kind of blink back and then realize that they've all been fully spread out by what happens. So
One more slide.
first attack against you. Second attack against you.
Sorry, that was 9, yeah?
9 points. Yep.
Yeah.
Second attack. Yeah, that's gonna do it. 26 to hit.
Yeah, that does it.
Oh, that's on the box. It's another 7 points. And last attack.
Okay.
Last attack is another 26 to hit,
Okay, yeah, so.
and that's another 8 points of damage.
Okay. I'm
Perfect.
standing, but I'm not doing great.
Awesome. So that's gonna be his 3 melee attacks,
Friend Leaf's right there, and your friend Leaf is also there.
and
I'm a little further away.
he's just gonna hunker down at this point and just kind of like gesture for both of you to come at him. That's gonna be his turn. Following him, Elith.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so seeing the doctor just get all fucked up, and knowing that this guy is also the person who fed her drow kinspeople to fucking Strahd, Elith is not stoked on him right now. So I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on Luvash
Okay.
with my bonus action.
Yep.
And then I'm going to fire on him using my bow and arrow.
Go for it.
Everyone just converge on him. He's the
Yeah.
strong one. We can murder everyone else really quickly.
Well, okay, so that's gonna be 16.
16 hits.
Hey!
Yay!
Okay, that's good.
I was like, fuck.
Well-
Only a 16.
And yeah, I mean, well, it was only a
We've
7.
been against some strong shit recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because you've been fighting single enemies.
1d8 plus 4
Right.
plus d6. Okay.
Shows it to
The
combat,
giant treant.
The combat economy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, what is that combat?
Oh man,
Action time.
fuck.
there's
So
four
that's
more.
5. 6.
6.
Or 6 damage. Yeah.
That includes
Oh, wait.
your
It was
bonuses.
everything. I rolled a 1 and a 1 for both of my dice.
Did we do the distracting
Brutal.
strike for the advantage?
Oh yeah, I'm the next
Oh.
person to attack him. So
Yeah.
Right.
what do I get?
Advantage.
You get
on
advantage.
your attack.
But it's still hit anyways.
yeah.
But you can
Still
roll
hit.
for greed.
Sweet.
See if you get
Or
natural
20.
20.
Because you got a crit.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Gone forever.
I'm
What am I?
spaghetti.
Come here, little friend. You just need to go.
Oh, what a good roll.
Okay.
Drop
the
it
camera,
right
yeah.
down.
No.
No. Okay.
No. Alright.
So, still hits. So still
Yeah.
deals 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Could be better, could be worse. I have extra attack, so I'm gonna fire again.
Go for it.
So that's gonna be 21.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
It's 1d8 plus 1d6.
Really good attack rolls today, you guys.
So that's gonna be
Doing some good
6, 7 plus 4. That's gonna be 13. That's a little better.
7 plus 4.
I think
Yeah.
we're still working.
I get
out
1d8 plus 4 for my damage.
Yeah, but 7 plus 4 is 11.
Oh, plus my Hunter's Mark. So I get 1d8, 1d6.
Oh, sorry. So you rolled a 7 on the d8.
I rolled 6, 1 on the d8,
Yeah.
6 on the d6, and then I get +4 to my damage.
Yeah. So 7 plus 4 is 11, not 13.
Oh, why did I think 13?
It's all good. I just wanted to double check. I was like, am I missing something?
I'm getting
All
too
right.
excited.
We're good.
I can't math.
Okay, Matt.
Sometimes lying to the DM works.
Yeah.
That was like actually
I got a
unintentional.
natural
Sorry, guys.
It's all good. It's awesome. So that's going to be your turn. You've got a bonus action, which you used already for Hunter's Mark. So yeah, that's going to be your full turn unless you want to move.
I'm gonna stay where I am because I
This has been
can
it.
range here or here from where I am. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
All right. So from that, after you, we come to the other guy with 2 scimitars, and he's just going to yell out, "Brother, I'm coming!" And he's going to go over to beside the doctor, and he's going to go ahead and unleash on the doctor again.
Well,
He has
Don't
pack
want that.
tactics.
You know what? I was gonna say it's been a good.
Wow!
Oh, I see that.
Double natural ones.
Can I take a picture? Oh my god.
That is a first.
now that's gotta count for something in terms of him botching
Dude,
like
this
that.
fucking
Yeah,
hits
that he
himself
fucked up
in
and
the
like
face.
this
fall.
fucking
Nope.
plot
He
armor.
falls on his
it's
own
actually
skin.
Yeah,
bullshit.
he's got to take some damage or some damage to one of his allies
Honestly,
for that.
For
That would be
sure.
the case for
That's
Rose.
the opposite of like
Guys,
getting
don't no, because
a
if we do this,
D20.
we're setting a standard. That's all I'm saying.
That's
We're
true.
setting a
That's
standard.
true.
Yeah.
I think we already have
That
done that before.
is going to be a 20 to hit.
Okay, well that hits.
So that one is going to be. Yep, he gets that. That's going to be 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh boy. Okay.
And last attack.
Nope.
You still up?
I have 1 point.
Oh
1
my
point.
god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heal, someone heal that boy.
Last
Leaf's right there.
attack is a 12 to hit.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not fine. But
You're not fine.
Like this crumpled, bloody mess. Okay.
Alrighty. So that is going to be his turn.
oh, so he's right there though. Okay.
Yep, they are both engaged with you at the moment. That is going to be his turn. On from there, we come to the bottom 2 guards, who only one of which is still
You
up.
can't hit them both though with guard.
I can hit one of them.
Yeah.
And
Is there anything else?
I have.
this guy doesn't actually really have anything that he can do because he can't attack the
I have
doctor.
1 push. But I also have gingerbread.
No, this
Gingerbread?
It's about one shot, you know? It's the real
I think I used mine like right away.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I think you.
Yeah,
You're
you
like,
look-
I'm gonna eat all of this.
Yeah.
You like fell out of a tree and ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
You know what, the
The one
tree
with the
was
die
trying
on him,
to
he's going to
kill
move on
us.
top of his dead ally, and he's going to attack Hope.
No respect for
Can you
these
do
guys.
that? I thought it was an occupied space.
Dead creature doesn't count as an occupied
Oh, really?
space. Yeah. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Doesn't it?
Alrighty.
Hey.
So that's going to be their
just like-
turns. Bottom of the round, Hope, you see somebody else. A new challenger has appeared.
Yeah, and I know fuck all about you having.
Yeah, no, do it.
Yeah, you don't know
Fuck him
anything.
up.
So you're
Plus,
on the other
he's
side.
been injured, so he's
Yeah.
not charmed anymore.
Sorry?
He's been injured, so he's not charmed anymore.
Oh, you're right.
You moved him already.
Yeah.
That was something that needed to be announced. Because because Charm Person faded.
Oh, yeah.
That need to be announced.
Sorry.
He is not actually going to have attacked Hope. He, knowing that you charmed him, is immediately rushing over and attacking the doctor. There's an empty space there that he's able to do that.
This one.
That's okay.
Yeah, so he's going to slide right in there. He's going to make 2 attacks against you. At advantage because he has pack tactics.
Do my four.
Wow, that's a 10.
Nope.
And second attack. Come on.
No.
That's an 11.
Nope.
Ah!
Like, honestly, it's sloppy writing at this point. There's no way a character can survive all that.
He's
Doctor's
low.
The
but-
doctor just swooshes his
Like,
cape
we've,
top
I was gonna say, like, we've seen the TV ratings and everything. It's kind of bullshit that they just keep one character alive.
Yeah.
Well, he's not gonna be alive.
I'm helping him out. I'm like blocking stuff.
Okay.
For him getting out.
Going
That
great.
is
Yes.
bottom around Hope, so now it is your turn. So you've got the one unconscious bleeding out in front of you, the one unconscious bleeding out behind you, and then everybody else seems to be around that corner. You would be able to step over that bleeding out person if you'd like.
I think I should.
Okay.
I think that feels right.
Alrighty, so go ahead and do that. So where would you like to go?
I'm gonna go like directly here.
Okay. And attack which one? The one who...
I'm gonna say
Formerly
that
charmed. 2 scimitars. 2 scimitars.
I'm gonna do the one with the 2 scimitars. Who's
The one who
not
called out
visible.
brother. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
And I'm just gonna
That was
roll to see what I can,
unreal.
if I can hit, and then figure out what I'm gonna hit with.
Go for it. Well,
No.
What do you
that's
mean?
fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah, I
like
can't do
you have to tell me what you're
Damn
doing.
it. I was like, can I?
No.
What do I want?
So are you attacking with your sword?
Schrodinger's weapon.
Yeah,
it'll
I
only
try
cover
to-
people within 10.
It'll also cover like everyone though,
Yeah.
so they'll also be able to.
No, but if we like cuddle together.
I have 2 ideas. One is gonna happen. Either way. I'm not sure which.
Okay.
Figure it out when
Oh, I'm looking forward to that new character.
That's gonna be really good.
Sir Richard's gonna be cool.
I'm gonna can't actually. With firebolt actually.
Yep.
Like what's the size of that again? Is it just for like one?
It's a single creature.
Okay.
You just hit them once with a bolt of fire.
And it's quite a far-reaching.
Yeah, if you're next to somebody, you have disadvantage on it because it's like trying to shoot a gun at point blank. You get it like moved
What if I
around.
try against Luvash?
Yeah, you can do that. So go and roll your attack.
And I got bless.
Yep.
What's up?
Oh great, that is plus proficiency.
Proficiency plus intelligence.
Alright, so that is 4, 6, 19.
19 hits. Go and roll damage. So 2d10.
Yeah,
That one.
that is an 11.
11. Alrighty. 11 points of damage. Good to know. Starting to look pretty hurt. Alrighty. That's
Yeah.
going to be your turn.
And how hit does Luvash look?
Luvash looks pretty hurt.
You kind of fucked up at this point,
He's
actually.
not doing great.
Yeah. We had
Yeah, I can't do another.
Yeah, you had a max damage less come after him with a distracting strike. You've only got a bonus action left, so I don't know if you have a...
Can I do Bane?
Bane is an action.
Then,
You can't heal the doctor with a bonus action, can you?
No, everything is an action.
Yeah, I don't think I.
So one downside of Paladins, there's not much of a bonus action.
Yeah, can I?
I have one fun bonus action thing, but that's it.
No, I don't think I have anything to do. The aid, that's an action.
That's
not
an
a
action,
bonus.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
got it.
doctor, I'll help you once I can.
Don't worry.
Alrighty, top of the round, Doctor, you're up.
Does Misty Step
Have I got
pull
skipped?
opportunities? No, because
No, you're right after the Doctor.
Oh, okay.
You're second. Yeah. So,
Does Misty Step provoke opportunity attacks?
no, teleportation
Yeah.
effects do not provoke.
Yeah, and plus like you're emitting like a silvery mist.
That's
is
fine.
what I also put down in my
How far
notes.
can I travel with a Misty Step? I can travel like back here.
Well, you've already used 2 spell slots.
I got 3. I'm level 5.
Yeah, Warlocks only ever get 2 spell slots.
Oh, shit. Well, what I can do is I can use an action to recover my spell slot using the rod.
You could, and then Misty Step is a
Misty
bonus
Step
action.
Back here.
That you can do.
Ooh, a pow.
Okay, perfect.
Just fly over the
Yeah.
what the fuck?
And
Yeah.
now me and Leslie.
Hey, guys.
Save yourselves!
Help.
So yeah, you just kind of like hold the rod, see the enemies around you, fuck this, and then just vanish into the back as a little bit of just water vapor appears as the
You
Doctor
like the
kind
rock.
of twirls on the spot and then reappears 30 feet away.
Keep doing you.
You still have your movement as well if you'd like to
Told my
move.
story.
No, I'm gonna stay.
Although,
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Staying there?
Sorry.
Alrighty. So that's going to be your turn. Next up are the 2 female thugs. So those 2 are the ones down there. They're going to rush in.
These two?
Yep. So one
Okay.
is going to go...
This
I'm
one?
out of first
Yeah, I
level.
just wanna see.
I can
Okay.
cast first level.
Oh yeah, this one can't go anywhere. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30! Ah! And boop.
Les is having a great time, so I'm not concerned.
So this is going to be
I've never seen him so happy.
2 attacks against less at advantage because they have pack tactics. That's a 20.
what do you mean by pack tactics?
That's
Basically,
an effect. If they have an ally within 5 feet of the creature they're attacking, they make attacks at advantage.
That's basically flanking.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be directly across. It can just be at anywhere around. So first attack hits. Second attack, that's a natural 19, so 24. That'll hit.
Yeah.
Now I roll better. Now I roll much better. That's going to be 14 points of slashing damage from the 2 scimitar strikes.
You got a riposte.
I do, but
That's only if you miss. If I miss.
yeah.
My turn. So that's them. 2 attacks coming in against Hope. This is also at advantage. That's going to be 24.
hits.
And Another 24.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, bring it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be plus 6, 10 points of slashing damage against you.
Oh my god.
Would you like to use your reaction to Hellish Rebuke?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so, because I'm sure this is the first time Hellish Rebuke has been used at this table, just so everyone understands what this does.
Oh my god, I used it so much when I was in
It was so much fun. So, Hellish Rebuke is...
Warlock.
House Review Warlock.
Oh, it's a warlock.
Yep.
Also.
When you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see, you point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish ice. This creature makes a dexterity saving throw, taking 2d10 ice damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a success.
Oh, I got free D10. I think because
Oh, because it's, yes, because of racial cast at a higher level. Yep, so 3d10. So I make a dex
shit.
save.
Burn that motherfucker.
That's a natural 18, so that is going to succeed, but you still deal 3d10, and I take half.
Do you want to? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
D10.
have this one.
Cool. I'll just take a D10 off everyone. Like,
Yeah,
let's
that's
just...
nice.
All right, go ahead and roll.
So that is 15 halved, so 7.
7, yep. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Perfect. As the ice just spurts out of the ground and just impacts, shards breaking through the leather armor and parts. You can see bits of blood going down.
Yeah.
Nicely done. All right, that's going to be their turn. Next up are the 2 batches of remaining thugs, of which there's only 1 each. So, death saving throw, succeeds. Death saving throw, fails. So the one beside Aluura fails the saving throw, so he's down 1.
He's not dead yet.
Yeah, he's not dead yet, but he's down
Right,
1.
I get it.
The other one who's there, he's going to step over his ally. He's going to go ahead and attack you, Aluura. This is going to be 2 attacks.
Okay.
This one?
Yep.
Like that.
No, he steps over, so
Okay.
beside. Yeah, there you go. So first attack, oh my god. In the box, please. 17.
Hits.
Hits. Second attack, 23.
Doesn't hit. Hits. Like
That's not
hard.
bad.
You take
Oh, I'm scared.
15 points of slashing damage from the 2 scimitar strikes.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, so the first one would be 12. Oh, sorry, would be 9. So it would get halved down to 4.
Okay.
So instead of 15, you take 10. Okay, so that's going to be his attack. And then the second one is going to move up.
Well, I'll do a thing.
I'm totally cool.
Second one is going to move through his allies to the other side of Les. This guy here.
This one?
Yep, he's going to move around to
Wes,
the other
how are
side
you?
of Les.
Here?
Yep, one over actually.
Here?
Yep, and this is going to be 2 attacks at advantage against Les. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And oh, natural 20.
Oh, no.
It was literally on the 14 and 20, and then just went dink.
I
So
hate being the worrying, like the
First attack.
Everyone stay safe.
first attack is 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
You still up?
I got 20 right now.
Okay, so you're still good.
So that's 25, 24, 13, yeah.
If it was 7
It was
points.
27, yeah.
Okay, so 13. Second attack as the crit. That is an additional 12.
Ooh, mamma mia.
Yep, 9 plus 3.
The spicy meatball.
So those are those 2 attacks. That is the end of their turn. Now we come to Leaf.
So much fucking pressure.
As you see, Les bleeding out of every appendage.
Yeah.
Aluura
Like Platoon
engaged.
style.
Yeah, just literally just being littered by scimitar blows against him.
Les is having the time of his
Aluura
So
having a
much
single
fun.
combatant after dispatching one in a single round, and then the second one coming in and just kind of, ow! In comparison to
Stop.
Les just kind of laughing and and just bleeding onto the ground. All right, what would you like to do?
Consult my
Consult my build. Oh no,
Your
my
flowchart?
flowchart.
Yes, flowchart.
Float.
We're getting-
Props to the flowchart.
Props to the
Yeah, I'm gonna. So, okay, you're hurt. Sorry, you're hurt.
I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure?
If you happen to have like an area of effect,
That's
I'll
what I'm.
take it.
Yeah.
I have an extra healing potion. Like, I think probably we should heal less because he's in the middle of battle.
Oh, boy,
And if
yes.
you're needing to, like, come up, I'll give you one potion.
Well, I mean, it's either gonna be like I take a
Dang,
potion
fuck it.
and
It's 6 people. Let's do
Oh,
this.
okay.
All right, everyone's getting something.
Yeah.
Okay, I have, like, a
Mass
little
healing
damage
word?
from before.
You
Yeah.
get some.
Mass
You
healing
get
word.
some.
All right, everybody gets 1d4 plus
Okay, so that's 3 plus.
So do we roll a
5
d4?
plus.
He rolls it.
Everyone gets 10.
Everybody
Nice.
heals 10 hit points.
Oh, that makes me almost up to.
That
I
makes
can
me
take
full
that.
health
Yeah,
again.
that's my bonus action.
Yep.
What?
And as my
Welcome.
Don't fucking leave.
Welcome
yes.
to clerics.
Yeah.
Cleric.
Leave.
That is your spell, is your bonus action.
that's
So you've
my
got an
bonus.
action cantrip, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So I want to cast Toll the Dead.
Yeah.
On, one of them homies that's I want to cast it on Luvesh.
On Luvesh,
Yeah, I've
is
seen
it
him.
a 60-foot range?
Shit. Sorry. Was that one? Sorry, is Luvesh that guy?
No.
This
No.
guy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it's 30. Is it 30 foot?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah, you're
let me
within
double
it.
check though.
Yeah, double check, just in case.
60 feet.
60 feet, perfect.
So, yeah.
So he makes a con save.
It makes a. Oh god, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
A wisdom saving. throw.
Wisdom save, and your spell
16.
DC 16. Wisdom for him, okay, that's an 18.
Okay.
There's no bonuses, but a natural 18.
Okay, cool.
So, but he still takes half damage.
I think that's the case. Failed.
Leave within there.
Or no, I think it's no damage because
Yeah.
it's a cantrip.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. There's no half damage.
No half damage. Yeah. Okay. So, Toll the Dead. You see, kind of, Leaf just pull out this stone in front of him and just kind of toss it up a little bit as all of you just feel instinctively invigorated a little, even though you don't notice of what's happening. You notice some of the wounds on your arms are beginning to close, and then you just hear a loud gong, kind of directed at Lubash, who just seems to sidestep it, and his mind is kind of scrambled a little, but he does allow clarity unaffected by the spell. Alrighty, that's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Perfect. Aluura, you're up.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep hiding over the ridge.
What? You haven't gone. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Wow. Never mind. Yeah, Les should have gone. I skipped that. No, yeah, I jumped.
Should've been
I jumped a
last,
bunch.
right?
You should have been after the doctor. Sorry. So
Well, let's do it after him because he just healed me for a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so
We
it
flipped
would have
up,
technically
so-
been before that, but nothing changes after the fact because I'm assuming you're still attacking Lubash. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So go and roll your attacks.
Fuck up, Luvesh.
Alright,
So
first,
first
one.
attack.
Yeah, I missed.
Waiting for this for a
I'm
while.
gonna be that guy if you kill. Well, actually, I would have aimed at someone else.
So this is the first one with Bless.
Yep.
I mean, there's the 2.
5, 7, 1.
5, 7, 1.
30.
Yeah, I know.
13. 13 misses.
I have to go for him because I had Hunter's Mark on him, basically. That's,
Yeah.
We can kill the other guy.
Lubash is not a thug.
Alright.
He's a bandit captain.
Hey, Captain, fuck!
Well, I get an extra attack anyway.
Yeah, you do. So roll your second attack.
What is
The
it
second
with
one doesn't get
larger
less too,
neutral
does it?
d20s?
Yep, all
Sorry?
attacks.
What is it with doing larger neutral d20s and rolling balance?
Same fucking thing.
Wow, brutal.
This one's
Yeah.
the same-
Back to back, all of the wounds
Look at this,
impacting you being at 1 hit point. You're just kind of like blindly stabbing, trying to get somebody to move away from you. But Lubash seems to be ducking it in a little bit better shape than you currently are. You've got your bonus actions, so you can second wind.
I'm gonna heal.
No, I know.
Just like
Also, I have a potion on me, so I can action surge, try to hit him twice, and also take the potion.
Do you have 2 action surges?
I have one, I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, you did. You used it to wall water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you attacked and then walled to get them inside.
Yeah.
I thought there was a racial feat. I didn't say I used action surge to use that.
Yeah, because
though.
it's an action to do that. And so you attacked once, down the person. And I said, do you want to attack again? You're like, no, I'm going to action surge and do the wall of water.
We'll let the VODs tell on this one.
Maybe, because
Yeah.
I would have.
I
it
guarantee
down.
it, because
No,
I marked down action surge
And for
used.
those watching at home, if our DM is wrong, drop it in the comments.
Tell him he's a dick!
The DM's never.
No, this one I know for sure. You did use action surge already. So you do have a bonus action if you want to healing surge. Or whatever it's
Yeah, I'll
called.
second win.
Second wind, that's what it's called. Keep calling it healing surge. I don't know why.
Healing surge.
Well, it's a combination of action surge and healing word. So it's healing surge.
Start like patching yourself.
So it's 1d10 plus your fighter level.
Yeah, so we're at 5, right?
Yeah,
So 10.
10. All right, so you heal 10 hit points.
That's a good.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
Very good.
It's a good number.
So
You're-
how
that is
will
a good
it look
guess.
like?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that would be your turn. All the rest of that would have happened. Now we come to Aluura.
Okay, I am going to pop up here.
Yep.
I'm going
10 feet
to.
of movement to get to there.
Yep. So, and then I'm going to picture Legolas, like grabbing onto the elephant,
The
and
elephant.
swinging up and running. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
no, the elephant.
alight onto the
Onto the top of that?
onto the top of this.
Okay, so you'll take an attack of opportunity because you're leaving melee with that creature and you haven't attacked them. You have to attack to get your free disengage, or you can bonus action to disengage.
No, I will.
You also get sneak attack against that creature, so it's up to you.
This one?
Yeah, because it's any.
Okay, fine. I
solo
will
against
just
that.
light up here and attack that.
Go for it. Make your attack roll.
I still have bless.
Yes.
Oh, that was so close to being great.
Still be decent.
Yeah, these guys are pretty squishy.
So 16?
16 hits?
Oh, thank God. I can roll like a 6.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Five?
okay.
You could roll.
I mean, I'm not in
a
a great way until I
5. You could roll
fucking
4
poofed.
and hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Start
So
ranged attack
literally
with
with
that.
bless, you're basically okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a 1 and a 2 to not hit.
So that's
So,
3d6.
3d6 plus
and
1d8.
I thought I cured wounds in my pocket too for afterwards. Or for during.
Yeah, he's running out of juice. That's all I'm missing.
It's okay. Don't worry.
I've got cure wounds as well.
21 points of cold
And I've got
damage.
21 points of cold damage. Holy hell.
Did 81, did you say?
21.
Okay, 21 is still hella impressive.
Still great.
21 points of cold damage as the blade, this time you kind of pop up to the side, feint, and then just instinctively stab into the center of the chest, and you have that blossoming ice crystal coming right across. Same thing again, looking real rough at this point.
Oh, he's not down?
Not quite.
Sorry, they're not down. Okay. I'm just gonna shoot him.
Go for
them
it.
again.
Him. Yeah.
Okay.
We broke into boys' night at the start.
There's two.
There were
two
two
ladies.
Yeah, those two ladies.
Oh, okay.
Just know when beast.
Get in the mix.
They're all looking for Arabelle.
17.
17 hits.
No, sorry.
That's our call.
Yeah, 17.
Not
17
enough
hits.
babies.
So 1d6 plus
We
dex.
figure out what we're gonna tell the Dust Elves too. They're like, oh, our
And he
protection.
dies.
Cool.
He's at 3.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just-
So well done. The two solo dispatches in a single round. You're kind of standing up, both of them dying in exactly the same manner. Now you have
Yeah.
free
I'm
movement.
just gonna kind of roll my eyes at them and turn around and be like, attack of opportunity.
Yeah. So now you've got 20 feet of movement left.
And at that point, I'm going to do the.
Okay, so go ahead and make an acrobatics check to get up there.
Okay.
And this is an ability check, so you get less.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of thinking about what to do when we get down there. We're like, we just fucked up all our protection.
That's gonna be 25.
25, yeah. I will let you do that with
That's
no.
when you gotta make the rallying speech.
No
You
extra
gotta
movement.
stand up for yourself.
20.
I got it. My back
Work
It's
with
more
us.
than that,
Take
but
them
math.
down.
But Matt, what are the numbers?
26.
It's more about
26.
What are we gonna do afterwards?
You're up top.
Nine.
So
Nine
5
to
feet of
16
movement to
and
get
a-
up on top.
We're gonna cool.
Now you've got 15 feet of movement
Can
left.
we bring them there? Or maybe we could bring them
Or the other one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to
Throw
I can't
all
use- I
of
can't
the
hide.
shit on them.
up here.
You've just got 15 feet
You
of
know,
movement,
just like-
and that's the end of your turn.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna like.
You could drop if you wanted to, like make yourself prone, but then you'll lose half your movement next turn to stand up.
We haven't seen anyone else use ranged attacks yet, though, so you may actually be okay out there.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna crouch a little bit.
Crouch a little?
Some people with bows.
Now.
They had crossbows.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If I'm shooting down, would I then get advantage because?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just really like to be up on top.
All right, sounds good. You're up top.
Okay. Cool.
Alrighty. Next up, we come to Luvash.
Now here comes the beating.
Luvash is going to go ahead. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and make 3 attacks against Les. First one. Jesus Christ, that's my 5th natural one of the night. But that's a 14 to hit.
Boss.
Yep. Go ahead and make your attack.
Last burn maneuver.
I need a pee. I've needed a pee for so long.
Go, I believe in you.
13 plus 3
16.
plus 7.
Okay, yeah. 13 plus 3, I'm like,
That drop
okay,
was
I might know.
great.
Yeah, that's 24 hits, or 23 hits. So I'll go ahead and roll damage. So you got d6, d8.
I'm like trucking through the head.
Mike truck him.
Oh, that was not.
As if it's a verb.
It is now.
I love it.
I like verbing words.
7 plus 6.
You feel like
13,
by Mike
okay.
truck.
Still up, just barely.
Yeah.
Spit in his stupid face with all the
When he
blood that's
kills
on
you in the
it.
next
And
one.
he's just kind of like looking
Dick.
back at you and just stand up from this. And he's gonna go in with that scimitar again.
And he misses.
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
Whoa!
Stand
No!
up. He had the line and everything. This is sick.
I got the lick in.
Yeah,
That's
you
all I
should
care
have had a
about.
line in, and then he would have.
That is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
11 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, he's not dead. He's not doing great.
No, no, no.
I'm
He's
at
got
11.
11.
Yeah, he's okay. Second or third attack. That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That is another 9 points of slashing damage.
Dang.
Dang, homie.
Yo.
After him, Elith.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Actually, you know what? No, he's gonna move. You burned your reaction.
Sentinel.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You burned your reaction.
Yeah.
5, 10,
Oh, I thought
15,
that was,
20, 25, 30. He's around the corner.
Motherfucker.
Oh, Luna.
He's
Yep.
hurt.
Answer.
He's really hurt.
Yeah, he's. This tent.
Yes.
Does it look like I can stand up? Or is it like
There are.
like?
You could stand on the center support beam.
Yo, just go for it.
It, like think Cirque du Soleil tent. Like it's
Yeah,
it's definitely
yeah.
baggy. You could like there are support structures.
yeah, there's a structure
Yeah,
underneath it.
it would be it would be a
canvas
difficult thing.
material?
Yeah, it'd be a difficult thing to do, but it's
Okay.
possible. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up riposte
So-
because it might be it's a maneuver, it might not be a reaction.
No, it is. It's you use your reaction to attack an enemy that hit you, or that missed you. Sorry.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question.
Anything you do not on your turn is a reaction. Yeah. Sorry, Elise. Yes.
If
Yeah.
I
No, I
jump
want
out
like
here
to.
where
Is that you're
Aluura
going
is,
up
Yeah.
to me now?
can we see?
You wouldn't be able to see him
over
because
here?
the tent is 20 feet high.
Okay.
What if the
But-
temper mysteriously burned out?
I'm gonna. Where do I need to be?
Anything is
Do
possible.
that.
10 other Vistani running down Circular.
Oh, I don't know if I have the HP to be in the middle of this, but
Your left.
this is basically where I have to go for him to be able to see him, right? Or like maybe right here.
Well, this is
Line of
ice, so you can't see through
Oh,
that.
okay.
You would need to be like here
Always move
to be able to
around.
see him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
another
Going-
couple
yeah.
hits and he's dead.
He did the Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
We're all pissed off.
Yeah.
Sure did.
He's run around the wall of ice at this point.
I
So
love that everyone calls it a completely different nation for
Yeah.
each type of goodbye.
What kind of goodbye is it for you?
It's also like the Irish folks. That seems more accurate to me because everyone I know who's Irish and they're party like, goodbye, y'all. I love you. I love you all. Like, let's do one more shot. Like,
Yeah, they're
the Dutch are much more like,
yeah, I'm done.
I'm taking my
So,
claw.
okay, anyway, that's really off topic. We're not trying to, you know.
We love the
Remember
Dutch
that son of a
and
bitch.
the Irish.
Irish
Yeah.
and Dutch viewers.
We love you. I got Irish. I'm a quarter Irish, if that helps in any
okay.
way.
So
Okay, so-
what are you doing?
Fuck. Okay, I don't think there's any way I can go and try to continue attacking Lubash at this point. Okay, I'll attack other two scimitar guy.
Other two scimitar guy?
This one?
Yep. Yeah, you have to move around because he's currently blocked by the wagon.
Yeah, okay. No problem.
So 10,
Mark.
15, or sorry, 10, 20. Yeah, you'd have vision on him there.
I would have to move here.
Yep,
and
you would.
Everybody else there.
Yep, go for it. So make your attacks. God damn, both times. You two back and forth. So close.
I love the spit in the eye.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be
Natural
15.
15? 15 misses.
Fuck's sakes.
Is there?
Okay.
How many crits did you get on me,
Oh,
too?
okay, so.
Crits?
I'm gonna
2.
attack again.
But I had a double natural 1 against the doctor. Against you, a 1 and a 5, a 1 and a 9.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be 28.
28 hits.
Okay.
28?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
D20
Plus 9 to bonuses, because
Yeah, yeah.
fucking Rangers.
Classic.
So,
Yeah.
1d8 plus
Rangers.
nothing. Oh, wait.
Goddamn
plus?
You could, I think you can bonus action to move your hunter's mark to another creature if you wanted to.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
You can. I've got that wrote down as well.
The range is
I don't have it
90
written
feet,
down.
so if
I'm
he's
going
out of
to-
my range, then I think.
I've got.
Oh, sorry. If the target drops to 0 hit points, never mind.
Yeah, or
So no,
if
you
he's
cannot
my
move it, but you
range.
do know exactly where he is.
Okay. Yeah.
Hunter's mark tells you his exact location,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
you can do with that
if
what
it
you
tells
will.
me his exact location, could I fire through the wall of ice and?
No.
Fire
You would hit-
over.
the ice has an AC. You have to
Okay.
break it.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Lob it.
I'll attack Scimitar Dude.
So yeah,
Okay.
so you already hit him. So roll your damage. So 1d8 plus
That's gonna be 7.
7. All right, 7 points of damage against the other guy. Perfect. 8. Okay, good to know. All right, those are your 2 attacks.
Yeah.
No bonus action, no nothing.
Heal me.
I don't think I can heal you with my. Yeah, Cure Wounds is an actual action.
Yep.
Hey, I need the goddamn heal bar.
That's your turn.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Over from there, we come to the other 2 scimitar guy, and he's just gonna kind of look and watch Lubash leave, and just kind of, don't worry, brother, I've got this. And he's gonna step forward. He's gonna take an attack of opportunity from Hope, and he's gonna step over to attack Les.
So I've got an attack of opportunity.
You do. So go ahead and make your attack. So you just get a free strike with your longsword.
Okay. So does that mean I just roll?
Roll a d20, and you just get a regular
Do I
attack.
roll the?
Yes.
D4. I got 2 more rounds on that.
That is plus proficiency and.
Proficiency and strength.
Okay, so that is
So,
So that's my
13.
Yeah.
Sorry?
13.
13? Not enough. Nope.
Yeah.
So he manages to escape without incident. He's going to walk over and make an attack against Les.
Here.
Yep. And this is going to be first attack at advantage.
Right.
That's a natural 18, 23 to hit.
I'm down.
Yeah, that's 9 points.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Big ol'
I
0.
told him about Giles. It's the time to bring him back.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. You are unconscious. Can you turn his mini sideways? He's going to go ahead and make a second attack against you at advantage.
You can't outright kill him though. 'Cause
Yeah, you could.
he would
That
have to be in
is-
one shot. All of that. wouldn't
Nope. Death saving throws. That is a 12 to hit. What is your AC?
17.
He goes to strike and impacts and slashes the scimitar against your chest, but does not deal damage. You do not fail any death saving throws. Second attack. Second attack is a 17 to hit.
17.
You fail 2 death saving throws as a melee attack made within 5 feet. And that is his third attack.
Dang.
From there,
Get that.
none of the original guards are alive. Oh no, sorry, there is one. The one
This
that's the one that's on
Yeah.
Hope. Yeah, he is going to.
You got a thing for
he?
it?
These two and that.
No,
one,
the
right?
Honestly,
original
anyone
guards
that has a
was just
heal.
that one guy.
Oh, okay.
This guy.
So he's just going to make 2 attacks against Hope at advantage. That's a 16. Yeah, 16 to hit.
Nah.
Okay. And 18 to hit.
I just realized that whilst holding my shield, I get an additional +1 to my with the +1 anyway, so that's a 19. So
That also does not hit. Alrighty. So yeah, no hits there. Alrighty.
fuck you.
So 2 attacks against you, nothing happening. Hope, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
So I can see I've got these 2 people in front of me.
Correct. You've got Les bleeding out badly on the
If you've got
ground.
Cure Wounds, it'll bring him back.
I do have cure wounds.
You have to be able to touch him though, right?
No.
No?
That's only
Yes,
for
cure wounds is touch.
bollocks.
You could. I mean, you've got pretty strong AC.
I do.
That's true. And you don't have to actually leave melee with this guy. If you go here, you just have to leave melee with this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have I got for cure
Just gotta make
wounds?
sure.
Like, what
All
is the crap with that?
So you've
the
got
mechanisms that it'll come around. You can get to them.
how many of your hit points left from your lay on hands? Because you used
I
a
got
bunch of them.
plenty.
We used a bunch of them last
I
time.
only used 10 of them.
Okay,
I've
so you
still
got 15. Okay. So you could dump 15 into him if you wanted, if you went up and touched him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be pretty helpful. And would that cast as my action if I did lay on hands?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lay on hands is your action.
Okay. I also was re-looking at my notes, and I wrote to myself that I can attack twice now.
You get extra attack? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's due to the magic initiative feat.
Sorry, say that again.
I can attack twice now. I've put like that with like a star.
You can attack twice?
Yeah.
Like you have extra attack?
Like, yeah, well, if you take an action to make an attack, you can get a second attack. Healing someone doesn't
work.
do that.
But just but I'm saying it aloud so that I can try and remember that when I'm fighting
Yes.
someone.
Yeah. If you're fighting someone, if you make a melee attack against them, you get
I
to
can
make
make-
another melee attack, but you haven't done that this combat yet. You've only used your magic to be able to do
that's
all that.
true.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what are you
I
gonna do?
think- Actually,
Chase after.
I can't use Misty Step and lay on hands. can
Lay
I?
on hands is not a spell, so you can do that.
Yeah,
if
because
you
that
wanted
would
to.
mean that I wouldn't be attacked if I use Misty Step to.
Yeah, you
Like I
would be
wouldn't
able to
get
move
the
the
attack
extra.
of opportunity
Yeah, that's true.
if I do that, and then I would still have my action to move. Is that correct?
Well,
You have your movement.
you have your movement regardless.
not action to move. Sorry.
Yes, you have your movement regardless. You have 6 squares that you can move per turn. You would be able to bonus action a Misty Step if you wanted to make it so that that guy couldn't make one attack against you.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna use my movement, not Misty Step, to move to this square to. So
Okay.
I'm moving 2 squares.
So
to,
he's going to make an attack of opportunity
Yeah.
against you at advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not in the. Oh well, that's a natural 20. So natural 20 to 17. So that's going to hit. So you take 8 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
And that is his reaction burned. Alrighty, so now you're in within 5 feet of Les. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna lay on hands and just like give all 15 that I've got left of it to.
Okay, so
I'm
Les,
just
you
gonna-
feeling the darkness closing in, your eyes beginning to close, the wounds
is back,
bleeding
right?
badly in front of you. Hope just rushes over, slides down onto the ground, and like literally sticks their hand
Yeah, I was
into
gonna
your
say-
chest, and just
Like Neo in the Matrix. Pump the heart.
Neo in the Matrix Reloaded, pulling the bullet out.
Yeah.
As you
I
just,
can't die.
and then the wounds
I can't die.
begin to rapidly
Listen,
seal.
isn't the takeaway you should have.
I mean,
That's
really
exactly the
could've gone.
takeaway you should take.
Yeah.
All
So-
right.
Fuck.
15 hit
that's-
points, so you are stabilized. You regain 15 hit points, so you're at 15 now. You are prone still, but you will not need to make death saving throws on your turn anymore.
Are all my maneuvers like I still can't use it? They're not removed.
All right.
Correct. It is just straight up that you
Can
got
I then
that many hit
use
points.
my bonus action to Misty Step?
Your bonus action to Misty Step? Sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go there.
I can. 5, 10.
No, I know. It's more so can you see that?
Oh,
You would be able to go to here.
okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to go around the corner because you wouldn't be able to see beyond that.
Okay.
But yeah, you could go to there. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Give me 1 second. I need to look up something.
I don't like that.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
the giant zombie that the Vistani have chained up inside their tent.
Right,
Strahd
with a block of ice blocking him. Can't get out of a fabric tent.
I don't have cool damage from being next to the thing, unless it
Okay,
does.
good to know. Your death saving throws are reset. You do not
Yeah.
have 2 failed death saving throws anymore. You
Yeah.
can erase those.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That was what I had to check because I saw there was a ruling on that Mike Merles said that they didn't reset. But
Oh, really?
yeah, but then I was like, that doesn't make sense.
No,
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 yeah.
no.
Sorry, Mike. What do you know about
Yeah.
Yeah, you only wrote D&D.
Yeah.
God.
dork?
All right, awesome. So that's going to be your full turn there. Well done.
Yay.
Alrighty. Well, actually, sorry. You do have movement if you wanted to engage. You could then
Fuck
move the extra 5
yeah.
feet in. Okay. Good to know. All right, so that's going to be
Yeah.
your turn. Top of the round, Doctor.
Okay.
Off the edge of the hill. What are you doing?
Fucking A. So I can.
It's been so long.
I got eyes on these 3, right?
Eyes on those. Well, eyes on those 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
dope. Oh yeah, because there's this dude and this dude.
Yep. And then another one behind Les as well.
Yeah. How are these 2 guys looking?
Les is like the scrotum
This
on
one's
a dick
been
and
not
balls,
too bad.
you guys.
How are these guys?
And I will penetrate the world with it.
With your scrotum?
Not too bad.
Not usually what they're that great at.
Alright, I'm gonna drop, because I
Are you
have 2
the
Eldritch
Tate?
Blasts now at level 5.
Correct.
I want to drop
that the
1
terror?
into
No,
this guy. I'm
so,
going to
okay,
that
no,
guy.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
go
what
for it.
I
I
was
am
Make your
the
attacks.
taint terror. All fear.
Sorry.
The perineum
I
pestilence.
knocked it with my thumb. Can I go again?
Sorry.
I knocked it with my thumb by accident. Do you mind if I roll again?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
The perineum pestilence.
Less
Okay. So 7,
The
Oh, boy.
pesky.
16, and
16 hits?
18 plus 9.
Yeah,
So
that'll hit.
inappropriate.
Okay, so go ahead and
This
roll
D&D,
damage on those ones.
guys.
So we'll do the first one for the first call first. Go for it.
Full of the dick jokes.
Okay, so that is 11 on the
11?
first one,
Okay, good to know.
Nice.
and the other one is 12.
11 is a 12 and a 12. Okay, good to know. Perfect.
Zow, zow.
Alrighty, so stepping up from the edge, you kind of like just barely able to look over. You just kind of go, whack, and then throw the two out as leaping midair as the two beams streak out, impact against those two. You can see nice heavy bursts, kind of large
it's
punches
two,
to
it's
both
two.
of their guts,
Nice.
almost pushing them back slightly, but they're just able to maintain their ground still. Well done. Do you have any movement you'd like to do?
No, I'm staying where I am.
Okay, perfect. You're good to go. And from there, Les, conscious, coming up from the brink, literally almost dead.
Are all three
You
of
can't
those still
die,
on?
actually.
Yeah, all three of them are still on him.
Well, I can use my regular potion.
So, just
That's an
this is
action.
just a DM thing here. You can use an action to disengage, making it so no creatures can make attack of opportunities and move.
Oh, I didn't think disengage canceled the attack.
All attacks of opportunity are canceled.
Get
Okay,
up.
well, I'm definitely doing that.
So
Yeah,
you can
you
get
do.
up, you can disengage, and you can move
Yeah.
15 feet, or you can chug a healing potion if you don't want to disengage and
I
just kind of
Marauded
sit
again.
there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
you move.
And I just want to check how many.
No,
I think you get.
these are like double, so like you don't even be able to move like.
Oh, 1, 5, 10.
I just want to check something really quick.
Squad's back together.
Except for Hope, who's gonna fuck up Loot actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
and I've
please?
just realized what I can do as long as. Well, actually, yeah, what I can do, Lubash.
Homeboy's got a single hit point.
But I've also got hold.
So yeah, so you've got action,
You
bonus
roll
action,
into view,
and
so
your
you
movement.
can arrows
You have
in
no superiority dice left. And you've got whatever potion you have on you.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
disengaged and went 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And I'm going to D4 plus 2. That's for the regular potion.
Well, no, you
No, you
disengage
can't.
as an action,
Oh, that's what.
so you
okay.
can't chug a potion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I can't do anything else.
Nope. That's gonna be your full turn. Alrighty. Next up, we come to the female thugs. There's only one square that they can go to on that side. So the one there is going to go ahead and jump off the edge that way. That way. Jumping off the edge that way, not jumping off the edge that way. So moving. Okay.
That's not a help.
There you go.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 25. And it's going to go ahead and make an attack against Elith. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you're on top of the wagon. They're not going to be able to
Yeah.
get around there. 20. Oops, sorry, behind. And it's going to go
So
ahead and make
here?
an Nope, one over to the right.
You're right or
Towards
my
you.
right? Here?
Yes. So this is going to be a regular attack made against Elith. That's, wow, that was a weird one. 15.
Nope.
Okay. And then a regular attack made against Les.
Fuck's sakes.
It's only a regular attack though.
That's an 8.
Damn.
Yeah, that misses.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so that's going to be
Rejuvenated with
their
remorse and
turns.
soul.
The scimitars flashing blindly in the pain that they've been receiving over the last little while. They're definitely looking pretty hurt. We're going to come to the sets of thugs. There's only 2 of them remaining.
These 2 guys?
Yeah, one is going to...
This is the one that was charmed. That's
Yeah.
The regular one.
The one that was charmed just fucking hates the doctor.
Yeah, but he can't see me.
I know.
Yeah.
But he's gonna. But all of the enemies are up over the edge. Actually, you know what?
No,
No.
they could chase me.
You can see Hope. He's gonna come here. And then this guy is gonna hop over here, and he's gonna make. So this will be an advantage attack against Elith.
Ay, ay, ay.
Starting this pack.
Oh, actually, sorry. They make multi attacks. Second attack against Elith. 18 to hit.
Yeah.
So that is 9 points.
Alrighty.
Yo, if we get smoked on the
Multi second attack against Les. No, that's an
I
11.
still got all my top spots.
Oh, yeah, great.
Advantage attacks against Elith.
Jesse's just like,
I'm gonna go.
Advantage
like,
attacks
I
against
wanna
Elith, that
die.
is 16.
My AC is 16.
So
I
that
guess it
hits?
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. I got gels.
It's another 7.
Ready to go.
Okay.
And last one against you is a 15. Just barely misses. No more attacks against Les. so that is going to be their turn. So a series of striking scimitars as all these Vistani are coming over the edge, just desperately trying to get you out and kill you if they can, bringing you down nice and low. We're going to go ahead and make death saving throws for the two guys. He dies, finally.
Which one?
The one, nope, one more. That one dies. And 15 succeeds. He's still fighting his way back to being stable.
Clinging to life.
That's going to be all of their turns. Leaf, you're up. Oh no, sorry, the 2 attacks against Hope.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 16. No, because your AC is 19. And 17. Nope.
Yeah. Also, they're not within 5. That one's not within 5 feet. The one that just
Yeah, they
came
are.
up to me.
Yeah.
Within 5 feet of you?
Oh, within 5 feet of another person to be able to have advantage. on
No,
their
it's
attack.
advantage if another creature is within 5 feet of what they're attacking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So essentially, if 2 creatures are attacking the same thing, they both have advantage. Yeah. So that's going to be that. Leaf, now it's your turn.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead?
Yep.
Alrighty, which one? They're all hurt at this point, so
Yeah.
it's up to you.
We got one that we've been working on.
All of the regular thugs are looking about the same, pretty well battered and bruised. The other guy is looking almost untouched.
The
He's been hit once.
Scimitar guy.
Yeah, go for it. He's been hit one time.
Okay, so,
So,
wisdom.
Wisdom save, DC 16. That is natural 19.
Jeez.
Yep. Plus 0 too, so. Yep. Alrighty, so that's your action to do that. No bonus action. Spell slot, healing word.
No one's down.
No, okay, sounds good. Damn.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
When people are falling like that, I can't be.
No, yeah, it's better to pull someone away from the brink than it is to just give them an extra 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
All right, so that's going to be your turn. Next up, we come to Aluura. On top of the wagon, you've got one directly down beside you. You've got the relatively unhurt apparent brother of Lubash, and then the other 2 that are around the other side to your allies. What are you doing?
I am going to. I'm gonna
Such great music for this.
pop the. I'm gonna swipe down with my rapier.
Swipe with your
to the
rapier?
one beside.
Go for it. Make your attack. Just so you're aware, you won't. Oh no, sorry. Never mind. Yeah. Forget. You literally get sneak attack on everything. Is there no creature within 5 feet of me? Sneak attack. Is there an ally within 5 feet of me attacking the same thing? Sneak attack. 23 hits. Go and roll sneak attack. 3d6 plus a d8.
Oh, nice.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was
Well.
good.
That'll probably do it.
My friend.
23?
23
Points of damage.
will do it. Yeah. So that was one of the female ones, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
Stab
Flip
her in
it.
the head.
Flipped. You've got a second attack still.
I am going to take a hand cross shot at Lubash's dorky brother over here.
Dorky brother. The guy sitting in the corner watching him whip the young boy.
And just
Go for it. Make your
Oh,
attack.
that made it sound real creepy.
Yeah.
It is creepy.
brother working over.
That will be 27.
27 hits.
Also, doesn't the wall of water?
And it's not sneak attack,
died,
it's
doesn't the wall of water
just
disappear?
No, because it was frozen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
it's just one
1d6 plus
1d6
dex.
plus dex, okay. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage already.
Wow.
Every little bit helps. Beautiful. Do you want to move at all?
I
No, Hope's got move on.
yeah, I am going
But there's also a
to
person behind them.
Doesn't know. It's some punk.
I'm like
It's a-
not actually
That
as low as
person's
I
kind of beat up
thought.
too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which guys beat
The
up?
2 attack go bong.
Not for you. This guy.
Like okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
I'm real good.
Okay, good.
I'm going to. He's gonna come right after me though. I'm going to take a back step and then a running jump and then jump onto the top of this.
Sure.
One.
Make an athletics check.
with a running step and a light. Maybe I'll like twirl in the air as I do it.
It's not acrobatics.
It is totally acrobatics.
Acrobatics would be jumping off onto the ground to a 3-point landing. Athletics is trying to get distance.
So we
That's
can
what
make a
Spider-Man is.
somersault in
Is
the
it
air.
you
So
like
you
hit
get
the
the
wall
D4.
through the
You
like?
get the D4.
Ooh, for that one as well.
We're running out on that, just so you guys know.
Yeah, this is the last round, right? Yeah. When it comes to your turn, it's over? Yeah.
That'll be a
Really?
13.
13. That's
Oh, I
fine.
thought
So
I
you do
had
manage to
one
jump
more,
across.
so
It's only a 10-foot gap, so you manage to jump straight across to the other side. So you've used 20 feet of your movement at that point.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
I will
next time I go
go to the furthest.
For this point. And take a knee.
So this will be my last one coming up.
Make it
For now.
Make it come.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay right there.
Stay there? Okay, sounds good. So that's going to be your turn. Next up, we come to Luvash. So, with his ally there, seeing Hope run around the corner, he's weighing his options.
Can't get back in the tent.
No.
He can't.
He tries to disengage.
Slides
I mean, he
along.
could try and go in a wagon.
Well,
Isn't it
Conrad's
you
frozen.
running?
It
No,
wasn't
he
fro-
saw
oh,
you
yeah.
throw a firebolt earlier. He's going to go ahead and just turn around and make attacks against you. Blaze
Yeah.
of Glory. Nope, that's going to be a 17.
Nah.
Second attack.
Nah.
Jeez, that's a 9.
Oh.
I'm just a little tank.
And that's a
lovely tank.
16. All three of them miss.
Yay!
Oh,
So
we
just
little tank.
desperation. You can see the wounds bleeding heavily, like gashes out of the side of his throat, blood running down his neck, and he's just desperately swinging back and forth. And at this point, you're just standing there at shield, and he's just impacting over and over against that shield. No damage dealt to you. Kind of standing there now, and just kind of like sword at the ready, and just unable to do anything. So that is his turn. Alith, you're up.
Sweet.
Snake the kill.
Yeah. I know there's a bunch of guys right beside me, but I got my eye on the guy with the scimitars.
Go for
I know
it.
he's Lubash's brother, and I'm like, you fuckers.
Make your attack.
He was just watching.
Oh.
Fuck's sakes.
Natural one?
Nat one.
All right.
Even
Uh,
so, that's
And
10.
shoot someone
It's
on
not
our-
You know what?
That's what we don't.
Roll a d100. Because you're shooting through through an ally. Oh no, sorry, never mind. You are the person.
No, yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
far
I'm
ahead.
blind. I'm not wearing my glasses.
That's okay.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you were the doctor.
Smoke leaf.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah, if you were the doctor trying to hit him,
Yeah.
I would get you to roll to see if it hit one of your
Which
allies.
would be fair, but
Yeah,
he's way
but
from
no.
me. Okay, so I'm gonna do my extra attack.
Yeah,
and try
extra
and get
attack. Go for it.
Wow.
Not two.
him. Nat 2.
Wow.
improvement.
You're in
Brutal.
dice jail. Goodbye.
All right.
Gotta get that roll going.
Gotta get that. Boom, boom.
Amazing.
Okay, so that's gonna be your turn. Next up, we come to Aragal.
The brother.
The brother. He. What's he gonna do?
Write that down.
quests for us?
Yeah, we hear you lost your daughter.
We were kind of here to kind of help with that, but your guys decided to jump us.
What was the
So-
Lubash's bro's name?
Aragal,
Aragal.
You know what?
Aragorn.
Yeah, he's getting sick of your shit, Les. He's gonna go into that one empty space, and he's gonna make his attacks against you.
Get in line, buddy. We're all sick of his
He
shit.
doesn't have advantage.
He's growing on me.
That's a natural
He's
1
the poochie of the team.
Natural 1.
and a natural 20.
Wow.
Meow.
Just keeps
Up, down, up,
happening.
down, up, down.
Yeah, literally, this die has been
Three?
everything up and
3
down all
crits
night.
on me tonight.
Yep.
Dang, homie.
So this is crit against you.
This is just like
Oh,
one
no.
It's
giant
low
little
damage.
scar tissue.
It's 9 points of damage.
Alright.
Okay. You still got
Last
some.
attack.
I got 6 left.
That's okay, you're right.
15.
Last attack is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Damage. That is 5.
Oh!
1.
Just hanging
Second
on.
time
That's the
tonight.
second time tonight that he's been knocked to 1 hit. Well, third time because the doctor got knocked to 1 too.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that is his last attack
Right,
against
yeah.
you. And it's just seeing you, and you can see the seething
Funny,
anger
like,
in his
my
eyes
keys
just
have been
flaring
really
up.
useless this far.
The last set of guards,
No,
this is
you
going to be their final death saving throw because there is no original ones left.
You're just playing
That's a fail.
different games.
The one in between the wagons dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
But the
that's
one
them.
behind the wagon.
No, he's part of a different one. He's
Okay.
succeeding. Yeah. Okay, bottom of the round, Hope. You're
All
up.
right. If I
You got
were,
Lubash bleeding out in front of you and another ally of his behind you. What are you
yeah,
doing?
if I were to use whole person,
Mhm.
would Would that stop me from doing a cantrip or no?
Well, hold person is an action, so you need to use a bonus action cantrip.
Oh, and can I use bonus
Whole
action
person's also
cantrip?
concentration.
Concentration, so if you get hit by the guy behind you, there's a chance that
Oh,
Yeah.
It's up to you.
good to know.
You could also like non-lethal block.
I was gonna say, is there like we don't?
Yep, non-lethals do exist. If you would deal lethal damage before you roll your damage dice, you can say, I'd like to make this a non-lethal strike.
Put him to sleep.
I mean, I think it'd be good to
Essentially, would
question
knock him to 0
afterwards.
hit points,
Tuck him the fuck
and then he would be conscious, but you'd essentially, instead of stabbing him, you take the butt end of your weapon and hit him in the side of the head.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what I'm feeling.
You,
but
you unglove
I
that
gotta
man.
be, but okay. Yeah.
All right. So, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try with shock and grasp.
Shock and grasp. Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
Are you saying it's non-lethal or not?
It's gonna be a non-lethal one.
Non-lethal. Okay. Go for it.
Just a
You've been zapped.
He's just
But
like, don't
and this
zap
is
me,
my
bro.
last one with bless as
It's
well.
it's voltage,
Yes.
not amperage that counts.
Alright, so that is
My dad, the electrician, would find that so funny.
that's it's intelligence, isn't it?
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Alright, so that's 17.
17 hits.
Zap, zap.
Sweet.
So go and roll damage on this.
Zap.
So
Do it.
2d8.
Yep.
Get that mother.
Someone
Actually, you know what? No. I finally get to use this. The captain adds 2 to its AC against 1 melee attack that would hit it. Melee spell attack. Yeah. So when you go to grab with the shock and grasp and grab onto his shoulder, he just instinctively grabs the 2 scimitars and throws them up against the side of you and parries it off as the lightning impacts against part of the wall. There is no effect. He takes no damage.
Oh yeah, I do. I can attack
Extra
twice.
attack is a spell. It's if you make a melee attack, a melee weapon attack, you get to make a second melee weapon
Ugh.
attack as well.
And not a melee.
Not a melee spell attack. Spell attack is you're using a spell.
Alright,
So you've got a bonus action and your movement left.
bonus action. Trying to think of what I can do. Bonus action.
You got a cantrip that can do some damage?
And bonus action cantrips are, I think there's one, which is Shillelagh. Yeah.
Shillelagh? What is that?
I've got.
If you're using,
Let's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
let's not. Yeah.
staying still.
Yeah, I think just staying still.
I'm okay for now. Lemon square in this trying time.
Oh, I've already had 2.
actually-
I would so eat one more, though.
Can
Go
I?
for it.
I can't cast a spell for.
You've already cast a spell.
I cannot judge you. For
You've
that.
used an action already, so you've got a bonus action left. If you have a bonus action that's a level spell, you could do that because you could, because you used a cantrip as your
Yeah, that's
main
what I was
action.
thinking.
So yeah, so
It was
what bonus
indecision.
action
I
spells do you
would
have?
cast Shield of Faith to Les.
You can't see less.
All valid emotions.
I do, yeah, I haven't put distance down for Shield of Faith.
Yeah, hang on, I'm just looking at it.
Thank you.
Rope trick, sequester. Shield of Face is a bonus action. Creature of your choice within range, 60 feet. The problem is you don't know where less is.
Yeah.
Like it,
Marco.
it's weird. Yeah. Shield of your choice within range. It's even within 60 feet.
Because I'm like,
10,
Yeah.
20, 30, 40. Yeah, he's within 60.
yeah.
It's
And
weird.
I'm like, on
And
the
that
edge.
would totally, my opinion, that should be that you can see. A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration. Doesn't say that you need to see them. I'll say that you can do it.
Oh.
So, unless you get a +2 bonus to your AC becomes 19 temporarily.
That's cool.
Cute,
Okay.
cute.
Jeez.
So, that's going to be your turn unless you're moving anywhere.
Yeah, that'll be my 10.
All right, end of your turn, top of the round, Doc.
Cool. I'm
What are
gonna
you doing?
drop 2 Eldritch Blasts into the two grunts left.
2 grunts, go for it.
Yeah.
1 attack each.
Okay, that is a 13 or a 14.
13 and 14, both hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go and roll damage.
Did you get Blue Dash?
No, it,
All right.
it bounced.
That's
like it would have been
11 for the first one,
Yeah.
Okay, 11 for the first, yep.
and 14 for the other one. 14 for my old best friend.
14 for the other one. Yeah, that is enough to drop with exactly 14 hit points down to 0.
Oh.
So the guy behind, yep, that one there. drops.
But, yeah,
Perfect.
I was able to-
So the two blasts again, just impacting, throwing these out, dealing constant damage to these thugs. You can see that the other man, the man wielding 2 scimitars, now realizing tide is beginning to turn in your favor, and he's starting to look maybe for an escape route somewhere. All right.
Oh, and I'm gonna move real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Pop over here.
Okay. Good to know. All right, so that is your turn. Les, you're up. You've
Use
got.
that potion now.
Go for it.
Alone.
So 2d4 plus 2.
4, 2, and 2.
So 8. So you
So
heal
longest
8 hit
combat
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably the most I can
Except
do.
for maybe
Oh, yeah.
Death House. Death House was a pretty long
Well,
combat.
Death House was just constant combat,
Yeah,
right? Like
that was also us learning the combat,
Yeah.
and none of us could do much.
Yeah.
now it's, oh my god, I can do all these things.
I don't know.
It's like,
Every combat
wait, I can't do
Except
this?
for me.
That makes sense.
Except for
Stabby,
me.
stabby, pew pew.
Stabby, stabby, pew, pew. You
I have
die,
9
you
hit
die.
Oh, there's a lock. Let me know if there's a lock anywhere. I will get the lock.
How's this guy doing?
He's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Not really too hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't really been touched. Lubash and you were trading blow for blow. He just came in at the end and almost tried to end you.
I did hit him at one point, but I didn't get
Yes, you hit him, and I think the doctor hit him once.
Yeah.
No, sorry, you hit him.
I hit him,
Yeah, you hit him. Yeah. So you've got your bonus action and a movement left after drinking the potion. What are you doing?
Let's see what I got here.
It's just like one where it says punch.
If you have a poison vial and you chuck at someone, did it
It's an
become
action.
poison? It's an action though?
Yeah, it's an action to do it. What the poison vial does is when you throw it to a square within 30 feet of you. It explodes and the creature makes a con
Can
save.
you bonus action dodge?
No, that's again, that's a monk thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Bo does when you spend a key point to take dodge.
And but you can't attack for a bonus action, right?
Nope.
No, so you can't do anything.
All right, so you're stuck in place unless you
I'm
want to
gonna
move.
Move out of the way here.
But will you be able to have an attack of opportunity if Les moves?
I don't know. Will I?
To find out. Yeah, I know, because they can not take it.
Yeah, they can choose not to.
Yeah, and this guy's looking like he might run, right?
Feeling lucky, Les.
He is, but I think he's pretty pissed at Les too. Les
Yeah.
just like KO'd his brother.
Lester than
Wow.
You do
Right.
also
Right.
have your +2 to your AC,
I
so
do,
it's
yeah.
whether you feel.
Either I move now and he hits me, or I wait and he hits me later. So fuck it, I'm moving out of the way.
Okay,
chases
he's gonna
you.
make a melee attack against you as a reaction. That is cocked.
It's a 20.
That is a natural 3.
Wow.
So you step out of the
Let
way.
us snot.
You use 5 feet of movement to get to there. That's another 10, so that's 15 feet. 25, and that's as far as you can go.
Oh no, you're opening him up too?
Alrighty. So that's going to be your turn. On from there, we come to the female thug. Singular. One left. This is going to be... Yeah, there's not really too much that they can do at this point. Seeing the tide turning. She's going to look over at Lubash. Or at Argal.
That's their love. Oh my god.
Natural 1.
Oh.
She's going to throw down her swords. And take a knee. Seeing the tide having turned, does not have the will to fight any
She
longer.
has 2 scimitars.
A single scimitar. Single scimitar and a dagger in her pocket that she pulls out and puts down on the ground. And she's going to take a knee. She is effectively a non-combatant at this point.
Ah.
Yep, you can just flip her if you want.
Put a D4.
Yeah,
just
sure.
so
Put a
that-
D4
Yeah,
on
mage
her.
put 0. Yeah.
Okay.
just
So that's
so
going to be her turn. Next up, we've got the 2 sets of thugs. Only one of those is left, so that's going to be an attack against. Right? Oh no, never mind. Those were the original thugs.
This guy was the original.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he does not attack here. He attacks later. These are death saving throws for the remainings. That's a success, and that's a fail. So the one beside you, Aluura, stabilizes. He doesn't
Oh my
come back,
God.
but he's at 0 hit points.
He's not dead
He'll be
yet.
unconscious for 2 hours, and then we'll wake up at 1 hit point.
Nice.
The other one, however, the one beside the wagon on that side, dies. Okay, good to know.
This is looking alright.
All right.
Stoop down. But
Next up from there, we come to Leaf.
I know.
At this point, Bless has expired.
Yeah, boss is out.
What would you like to do? So you can see the female has now laid down her swords, and you can see the man next to her is just kind of looking at her and spits on her, and then
Oh,
readies
you
his
made that
blade
easy.
still.
Thank you, Troy.
You're welcome. What are you doing?
I'll cast. Yeah, Hold the Dead.
Toll the Dead? Okay, go for
One more time. Hopefully
So-
it hits this time.
it. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. If he doesn't hit it, I'm fine.
It's a natural 18.
That's okay.
Oh
That's
my
okay.
God!
That's okay. That's okay.
You get a cantrip or something?
It's a 2d12 damage cantrip. And I have to roll. I have to roll a 16 or higher. I rolled 18, 19, 18. That's crazy. All right, so that's your action. Anything as a bonus? No. All right.
Wow.
So that's gonna be that. On from there.
Okay with that.
Aluura, you're up. Top of the wagon. One person.
Versus intent.
I
Stabilized.
see that this person is
You
like
can just
out
see them just kind of
cold.
spluttering blood and then just kind of and start breathing normally again, but eyes still closed, looking like they're asleep essentially. So,
Jump on it.
what do you want to do?
I'm going to jump down.
Make an acrobatics check.
Superhero landing.
14.
14. Okay, so you land no issue. In 5 feet of movement.
Okay, so 10,
10.
15,
20.
20. I'm going to attack
Argal.
Aragal.
Argal.
Aragal. So you're gonna make your attack.
Hit Arbok.
18.
18. As a reaction, he's gonna add +2 to his AC, making his AC 19.
Okay, right.
So
Fuck's sake.
It's brilliant.
he does not. Oh no, never mind.
You already used
He
it.
used a reaction. Yes, that will hit. Go and roll your damage.
Do I get sneak attack?
Yes, you do. An ally is within 5 feet.
Do it.
It's literally the only time you don't get sneak attack is if you have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
3 ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And a 4.
all right, so 7
7
plus dex plus 1.
Yeah, plus 4.
So 11.
Yeah.
All right.
Not too bad.
That's all right.
So kind of coming up from behind, you can see him go to begin to parry, but you manage to just slip out of the way and stab directly in left side of his chest, right just where above his heart would be. And again, the blossoming ice crystals come across, and you can see some of them shittering up his neck.
I'm going to
I meant to
take
say
a
skittering.
shot
I
with
said
my hand
shittering.
cross.
Hand cross.
That's cocked. It was a 17. That's a 13 plus 6 is going to be 19.
19 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 1d6 plus 3.
Send him into the next campaign.
He will, too.
Wow.
He'll show up in the next one.
That's another one.
Yeah.
All right, 4 points. Every little bit.
I'm going
Alright.
to disengage and back up to here.
You've got 10 feet of movement, so you 1 square short of that.
To, actually, sorry, I was here, so
Yeah, so
5,
you-
10, 15. Oh, how much
You only have
movement?
two squares.
Okay, I'll go to here.
Okay, so you back away slightly.
Just to
All right. At this point, you can
yeah,
hear
and
from
to
inside.
Maybe back up.
From this point, you can hear inside that wagon that there are some kids crying, and you can hear some women comforting the kids.
The Nazis had wives and kids too, guys. Don't feel bad.
I don't know that that's an argument we should make.
Yeah, I really don't know if we should
Next up, we come to Lubash. Lubash, seeing Hope failing to hit with that shocking grasp, is just going to go flurry of strikes again. 3 more blows. That's a
Remember,
natural
guys,
20.
we saw a guy
Alright.
whipping someone, and we don't
Casualties
know.
of war.
We were trying to help.
That is 12
What
points
happens.
And then we
of
tried to
slashing
steal from
damage.
you when you didn't let
Oh,
us, so
12
fuck
points of
you.
damage?
12 points of slashing damage.
He got mad at
He
us.
slapped one of you across the face.
That might have been our most murder hobo
That's a
moment
21
yet.
to hit.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure, this is our first
Finally.
murder hobo.
That's
Wow,
another
I can't
9.
talk.
Okay.
And last one. That's a 23 to hit.
Okay.
We're gonna come back.
And that's another 8.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
So 17. So you took 29 points total.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So those are his 3 attacks.
We did it for them.
From there, we come to Elith. So you've got one now non-combatant is directly beside you,
Yeah.
and then one
Lubash's brother right in front of me.
Lubash's
Small
brother right in
child
front of you. You can see
crawling
just
out
kind
of-
of still holding the scimitars, but definitely starting to look at an option.
Yeah.
You said there
okay.
was a small child coming over and saying "Daddy" to their
Daddy,
Why is it doing
Oh my god.
Strawberry jam?
Okay, sorry. Let me
All right.
retract my thing. Now we just made the party for the next campaign.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
the children of the Vistani
The
camp.
Vistani child.
20 years later, going, we have to kill the people who killed our
There was
families.
a big blue guy and one with horns and a fish.
Oh, God. All right.
We can let a separate table play
Last
that
guy
story.
walked
Let's
away
say
was Joe
intersects.
Attacking the guy directly beside
Yeah.
you? Pulling out your short swords, I'm guessing?
Can I not attack him with my bow?
You can. You're just attacking at disadvantage because you're within 5 feet.
Okay, yeah, then I'll probably pull up my short swords.
Okay, so you drop your bow, pull out the 2 short swords, go and make your attack. First attack. Actually, you get 3 attacks.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
So that one's gonna be 14.
14 misses. Second attack.
Nat 20.
That's 20.
Fucking finally.
So 2d6
Jesus.
plus your dex.
Okay.
I took half of it.
I'm good.
I can just see
I
you
know,
eyeing it.
I know.
just like look over and she's looks
You've
at
had
Nessie,
2.5
looks at Kevin, and then looks down.
Amanda,
3.
more.
That's
Damage?
gonna be
They don't
11.
affect you.
11. Nicely done.
Yeah.
All right. Starting to look a little on the hurt side.
One more, but I don't get my.
You don't get your dex bonus
Yeah,
to the
dex bonuses.
damage.
To the damage, okay.
You
so
still
they're
get it to the attack, just not to the
attack,
damage.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
all I need. Whatever. Nat 20 again.
Oh,
Back to back.
Back to back.
All right, go and roll 2d6. And what's the damage on it?
Come on, baby. 4.
4. Alrighty.
Does that double?
Nope. It's you're rolling 2d6 instead of rolling 1 and doubling
Oh,
it.
okay.
I prefer to roll more dice because when you
Yeah.
roll a 1,
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah, that's not.
Right.
You don't get any extra bonuses on
Because it was like my 3rd attack and I'm using my offhand.
Yeah.
I don't get bonuses for it.
Exactly.
All
All right.
Yeah.
So that is your turn. At this point, he looking at you, looking at her having laid down her blade, just kind of reaches over and just fuck it. And he's going to turn and run. You're going to get 1 attack of opportunity against
Yes.
him. Go and make your attack.
Okay.
Another
On
20,
purple
another 20,
D20.
another 20, another 20.
Ah.
Oh, end the thing, end the thing.
13.
Oh.
So that's gonna be 20.
20 will hit. Go and roll damage.
Technically, you did.
Synthetic.
That's still pretty sweet.
It's just 1 this time though, right?
1d6, but you get your
I
dex
can
on
do get my
this.
dex
Yeah.
bonus. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, I got really excited there, you guys.
Oh wow.
5.
So
Five.
many
So
ones.
many
Alright.
1d6, 1 rolls.
Like this kind of Sue in there.
Okay, so he is turning and he is running. So
Where's
he
gonna run?
is going to run
Back to his charm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 45, and he's going to jump on a horse
Fuck!
that is off the edge here, which is, he'll be able to start moving with it at the edge at the start of his next turn. So he's going to be right about here, give or take.
This guy's gonna harass
But
us.
he's still like in my line of sight.
Yeah, he's still in line of sight, but he's running at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, you should probably
Oh,
not
I'm
let
gonna
him get away.
Barrel into that horse.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna. Horses are nice.
You know what? No. He's going to double his movement. He's going to take off entirely.
Ah, there you go. There's the.
He is, so he's going to be 50-foot horse movement. He's going to be an additional 100 feet beyond. So he at this point,
He's out of range of any of us at this point, right?
10. Your long distance range for your longbow, he would still be within that. You'd just be shooting at disadvantage. But he, oh no, actually no, he'd be off in the trees. Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to see him at this point. But there are more horses. You would be able to grab one and follow him if you'd like to try. We would go into a chase sequence if we decided to do that. So at this
I've
point,
been cold for my
this character
horse, though.
seems to have escaped. So that is going to be his turn. Next up is the last remaining original guard. Hope this is going to be 2 attacks against you.
The last of us.
That is a 19 to hit.
It hits.
That hits. All right, 19. That is 8 points
Okay.
slashing damage. And second attack.
How you doing, friend?
Fuck's sake, come on. Well, that was a 5 originally, but that's a 20 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Second points of damage. That's not in the box. That's another 6.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So
Looked like
with
your
that,
house was up there.
oh yeah, well,
Like 8 rounds
two
ago.
a natural 20 and a bunch of hits will do
Yeah,
that.
they were getting soaking out those hits.
So
Yeah, I
with
got
that, hope falls. None of you know.
I can see it.
Aluura probably can.
You can actually, yes. You would be able to see the stabbing into the back and then the blood splattering
Yeah,
against the
that
ground,
was-
and then you would hear the and see their hand and shield
Yeah.
down on the ground beside.
Yeah, because I was going here so that if he ran past this way, I was
Hope.
watching, and then I was going
I need you to
back
make a
that
death
up.
saving throw. Just roll a 20 and let me know the result.
7.
7. So that you mark down 1 failed death saving throw.
Okay.
Alrighty. Top of the round, we come to the doctor.
Okay.
So you see the one non-combatant at this point having laid her sword down and looking over and seeing her ally flee. You've got horses down underneath if you wanted to try and grab one to chase. You would be able to basically make it to the horses this round and get on one if you wanted to. But he is long gone at this point.
I'm not a horse type.
It's true.
I'm gonna just try and barrel an Eldritch Blast into the one on the demo. Like,
Go for
I
it.
see right?
Yep. Go for it.
I'm gonna do 2, because I have that.
Make your attacks.
Why the fuck not? Oh, sorry, those were D12s, which I just rolled 2 12s.
They would have hit.
Okay, that is a 14
14 hits.
and a
The other one hits 2.
26.
Yeah, that hits. Go and roll damage. So 2d10 plus your
Plus-
charisma plus 1.
Yeah,
Yeah. So plus 12.
yeah. Okay, that is a 13 plus 12.
13 plus 12, 25. Will do it.
Bye.
Just
Yeah.
right as you see,
Ragdolls off the
right as you see the stabbing motions, and then kind of they'll lean back and kind of turn back and smile slightly. You just impact both sides of the face, just blow it crater wide open, and completely dead. That actually kills below their negative HP. So that creature has been removed entirely. Well done.
Did you like credit it the face?
Less.
Yeah, I just opened it.
You've got the only thing in sight at this moment is the non-combatant and the person who brought you down and almost killed you, fleeing off into the distance
Let's
on a horse.
Don't do that. We can use that.
We can probably interrogate her.
Yeah.
But I will also want Lubax because I got unsettled.
It's true.
Business.
Yeah.
So it's whether you start to
So
try
wherever
and
you
chase
decide to
after
go.
them.
I'm doubling my speed and going there.
So that's 10, 15, or 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, you still can't see me, but you can now see that hope is down and out. So you have a bonus action remaining. You could alert the group to that if you wanted.
Hope is down. Get over here now.
Okay, so that's going to be your turn. Next up, we come to the female thugs. The only one remaining is the non-combatant, excluded from the fight. Of the remainder, that is a success on the death saving throw. That person stabilizes at 0.
This one?
Yep. So he will wake up in 4
That's what
hours. 4 hours.
That's how they wake up.
Leaf, we come to you.
Okay, cool. So I want to, hearing the hopes down, vault past
10, 20?
20.
Yep.
Oh fuck! I'm trying to figure out how to get into the view of this.
You can go diagonal too, so you go there.
I just need to be able to see them.
Okay.
Yep. The spot right behind where Aluura is, you would be able to see
Okay.
them.
So okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
Then fire off. Add the 9 points to my preserved life. That's about a 60
Yeah.
foot radius to stabilize hope.
Yep.
And yeah.
So you stabilize and you go back to 9 hit points. Your death saving throws get wiped out, so you're back to null, and you are at 9 HP.
Cool. And yeah, that was my action. Okay, no, sorry. I just want to see if, okay, because I have an idea for something. I'm not going to do it. That's my turn.
That's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Aluura, you're up.
Everyone's safe. That's all I needed.
Get in there. Go
So
get him.
you see the one remaining thug still in the fight fall.
Oh,
And-
I have to.
You're still
Oh,
down.
You're still prone.
But
I'm
then it's
still
not dying.
prone, but I'm like
Prone
alive.
but stable.
And Aluura would see me kind of get
You would
stable.
see the and spit out blood onto the ground beside, but Hope begins to get up onto the back of their arm.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Oh, I was just about to be like, good job, Leaf. Like,
So
they're
you turn
out.
around and go, good job.
Good job, Leaf.
Also, Leaf's moved over to where we can hear the crying children.
Yeah.
Yes,
point
you would
that
actually
out.
be able to hear the crying
It's a
children
silent
inside,
tear.
and you would hear women as well, and one man just going, "Shh, it's okay, everything's gonna be okay," from inside the wagon. Yeah, you would both hear that at this point. Someone's a bad guy, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah. The price of war.
So-
5, 10, 15,
I'm literally gray, so it's fine.
I was going to disappear us.
It's okay. That's an RP for the next.
I'm only
Can
in
I,
this
like-
square.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, this
Keep
square
you.
here. Can I
Well,
like?
I've missed everyone. That makes my case.
Right.
Luvash would be visible.
At this point, you'd be able to look around the corner and see Luvash, yeah.
Yeah, but are we trying to kill him or are we trying?
You can even
Nah, it's up to you.
can
It's up to you.
You can
I don't care
incapacitate him to ask him
care
questions about how he tortured women to give to Strahd.
It's also it's
Um,
Aluura's
It's
choice.
up to you.
Stories now.
What are you doing?
Aluura's choice.
This is a defining moment. What are you doing?
There's
What
the
would
little
Aluura
like,
do?
it's the telltale like let him go.
So how
morality
like damaged is?
He is bleeding heavily.
He's
got
pretty-
assorted gashes all down his body. One of his arms isn't really working properly anymore. He is looking real
Shit
rough.
himself a little.
Yeah. Pisting.
I'm gonna
Luvash.
jump
It happens.
over Hope and
Okay, so that's you got 5 feet of movement after that if you need it.
I am going to.
You can see at this point with the cratered face of his ally that was on the other side of Hope, you can see that his expression is kind of turned, and you notice that he's that before you had come around the corner, before he focused on you, he seemed to be tracking somebody running off the edge. He seemed to be tracking his brother running away.
Ditched him.
I am going to pull out a rope, and can I try to like restrain him?
You could try to grapple him. Reduces his speed to 0. He can still attack, but it prevents him
You'd
from
have to,
moving.
knock him out if you want to like tie him up and.
Okay, can I non-lethal bop him on the head with the butt of my rapier?
Sure, I'll let you do that. Go and roll damage.
Oh, just
Oh, sorry, roll an attack, I should say.
Okay.
Roll an attack.
Lethal, remember this.
21.
21 will hit. So for this, this isn't going to be full damage on the rapier. We're going to say this is roll a d4 and add your dex modifier to it.
7.
7? Okay. He's at 4, so that's enough. So with that, you kind of come up the side and you can see him kind of staring off into the distance. And as his vision clears on you, you just kind of grab the butt of the rapier, grab one side of his head and just slam it into it. And he just, eyes white, blank, roll back into the back of his head and he just impacts the ground, unconscious, up against the wall of ice.
Can I bonus action tie him up?
Well, he's a non-combatant at this point any longer, so he's out for 4 hours.
Can I bonus action tie him up?
You can. We're done in combat at this
Oh,
point.
okay. So I would
So-
like to tie him up.
Go for it. You can tie him up.
Okay.
If we're done in combat, I'm just gonna say that Alith is gonna jump on a horse and go after that guy.
Okay. So you're trying to track him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slash, if I can catch up to him, I'll try and like. Because I
Okay.
feel like this guy is gonna like. I know not everyone knows this, but I know that maybe he's going to alert Strahd to us, and I do not want that to happen.
Right.
Got it. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll do a chase sequence with you, chasing after him. It'll be your first part of your turn to go down and get onto a horse. And from that point on, you'll make it to the side of the wood. I'll get you to make a survival check for me at disadvantage.
Survival check.
No, sorry,
What is it?
not at disadvantage. Just a straight survival check to
Okay.
try and figure out where he went.
Sure.
Hey, you're 20.
It's gonna be 11.
11? Okay. Okay.
Although, wait, do I have? I don't know. I don't have bonuses to track in the woods, do I?
No.
With the
Yeah,
range?
that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Is it's just you don't
Yeah.
lose because of
Yeah.
because of
Gotcha.
that. So you begin to track him. You're following his path fairly easily at first, right? He's getting out of there as quick as he can. Heavy footprints. You're not losing any ground. You seem to be gaining a little bit of it. Trying to track as best he can, finding some open areas that maybe he was avoiding slightly. Get you to make another survival check for me.
That's gonna be 25.
25. You managed to gain a substantial amount of ground. No one else is following, right?
No.
Okay, so this is you on your own. Okay, so you gain a substantial amount of ground. You find that whatever he was doing, he was trying to hide his tracks as best he could. You just taking the road are able to track the broken pieces, and you can hear, still in the distance a little ways, but you can still begin to hear cracks of heavy horse hoof
Jordy.
falls. Yeah.
Could I have Rick tail a leaf?
Rick cannot keep up with her speed.
Okay.
Yeah, She's on a horse at double speed.
Oh yeah.
Rick will not be able to keep up with her. So, we'll make one more check.
Rick is tracking a track.
19.
Sorry?
19.
19, okay. You're keeping pace, carrying that a little bit, and you just managed to catch a glimpse of something. You'll be able to make one attack here if you'd like. Well, sorry, it would be 2 attacks. You're going to be attacking your longbow, right?
Yeah.
So it's 120 foot range.
Let's just see here. I didn't write down range.
Okay, I'm pretty sure a longbow is 120 feet.
Do you
I'm
want me
going to
to-
double check. I got it.
So,
Don't worry.
I'm gonna
I'm so fucking antsy. I'm so
Oh,
fucking
also,
antsy right now.
because
150.
Lubash is now out,
Yes.
0, I'm transferring my hunter's mark to this guy.
He's not within 90 feet. You don't have the ability to do that yet. Yep. But he is within 150 feet, which is the short range on this.
Okay.
You get make 2 attacks, regular attacks.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Oh, it hit the side.
I know, it did. So that's gonna be 16.
16?
Yeah.
16 just misses.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your second attack.
Come on.
No! That's gonna be 27.
27 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 1d8
I'm
plus
so
dex.
stressed.
I know, you can do it.
Okay. Where's my d8? I don't want you.
And all of a sudden
You
it's
want
night.
this one then?
Yeah,
Fuck.
let's do it. Okay.
And we gotta get we were leaving before all this started.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Still up. So you kind of leaning over and taking a moment to just aim. He's still moving at speed. You stop to be able to aim. Take your shots. Fire both. First one just whizzes right behind him. Second one, he turns back and looks over, and you catch him in the side of the shoulder, and he starts to spin off the horse, but just barely manages to hold on and makes a hard turn further into the forest, away from the road from you. He then continues moving at 100 feet further into the woods. Do you want to keep tracking?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Yeah, so cool.
So you're a ways behind again at this point.
11.
11.
Yeah.
He begins to move into the forest, and you begin to track, listening for the movement. And it dissipates, and you think it's over this direction. You start following it. Go ahead and make one more check.
It's up to the page for Elise Forest Adventures.
17.
17. You're listening around. You don't hear anything any longer.
Oh.
Don't worry, you won't go far on foot.
I mean, he's on a horse.
You continue tracking for a little while, taking your time a little bit, following the footprints, and you eventually come into an area where the footprints begin to end, and you see that the horse, now covered in what you assume is his blood, by itself.
So let me restate that.
And nothing else is around.
I can't find his shell from there.
Make a survival check if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I was trying to see if I could, like, especially if he has blood, it might have spat on some of the leaves and I could try and follow his path. Fuck. 11.
11.
Yeah, no.
He's gone. On foot, just barely. So,
Okay.
How the fuck
you
do I
are
get home?
well
Yeah, I was
into
gonna
the
say,
woods
where
at this
am I?
point.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to make survival checks to try and find your way back.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be 13.
13? Okay. So you begin to make your way back, eventually finding the road that you diverted off of to try and chase him into the woods. The road is fairly easy to follow.
Okay.
So that one you're not able to get.
I would have brought the extra horse back with me. Also, I wouldn't
You would have?
left the woods.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to know. Alrighty, I'll get you to make one more survival check to go from the road to where the Vistani camp is.
Fucking now I get a 17. Great. So that's gonna be 24.
24. With no issue, you begin to hear some slight howls off in the distance from in the woods, and you easily manage to avoid those, and then eventually make your way back into the clearing, ignoring the path that you know leads to or led to that will-o'-the-wisp area, and eventually falling back into the Vistani camp. The rest of you see her break the tree line a good 40 minutes later, with another empty horse in tow. We're gonna jump back to you guys. In the time that you've been gone, Lubash is unconscious.
Yep.
continue to be unconscious unless anybody would like to wake him up in some way.
I'm gonna turn to Aluura and say, get Luvash around the side of the tent. Hide him.
Like,
Hide him in one of the tents. I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk to the women and children.
okay, cool. I'll.
Maybe not the one where his son
Can
is
we
tied
melt
up.
the? Can we melt the?
You can just break the ice. It takes a couple of hits. It's got a little bit of AC and some hit points, but eventually it shatters and then scatters across the ground and begins to melt slightly.
Okay.
Uh,
Are you with me on
yeah,
that?
yeah. So I saw what.
Drag him inside.
Drag him inside to the main tent. So
Drag
you
him
still
inside.
see the boy who is tied up to that post in the center of it. Blood streaked across his back. He appears to be unconscious, leaning up against the post and still tied to it.
Okay. I saw what Aragorn looked like, right?
You did.
Okay, I want to disguise self to look like him.
I'm disguising myself as Luvash.
Got it.
Can I have followed Aluura into the tent, into the main tent?
Sure.
Can I check that the person who was already tied up is actually
No, I had an idea. I
unconscious?
just wasn't sure what I'm gonna.
Sure, make a medicine check.
That's 10.
It's a 10. Unconscious. Definitely alive. You're not sure how long it'll be before they wake up, but appears to be either resting or just lost enough blood that can maintain their consciousness. You're not sure.
I kind of want to untie them, but
It's up to you.
I don't know. Looking at like Luvash, because is Luvash where we've stashed him in like eyesight of the person who's tied up?
But
Like,
I
if
don't
the
know where have you stashed him. He's got a token, so you can move him to wherever you'd like.
Yeah, where do you want to?
Where's the kid?
Kid's in the center of the tent, dead center.
Dead center. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
here.
take a.
Yeah,
Here.
we
Yeah,
Nope, never mind.
Yeah, use one of the other tokens around.
Yeah.
Everyone is non-combatants at this point, so you can remove all the other tokens from the board
Okay.
and use those as you need to represent the Vistani.
Who's this? Oh, what are we doing?
I don't know what we should be doing. I think
There's kids.
Can I quickly
does not make me
pop
feel good.
Rick to Hope
Yep.
and say, hide Luvash, close the tent. We're going to talk to the women and children.
I'm
Leaf and I.
gonna come to the tent too so they don't see my crazy amphibian demon face.
We're hiding in the tent, right?
Covered in blood.
Yeah, the doctors asked for us to stay in here. They're going to talk to the villagers. I think we should stay quiet and just keep an eye out.
Okay. So,
While we're in the tent, can I look around to see if there's any items or any weapons or anything inside of it?
sure, make an investigation check.
Yeah, I would also be kind of
Go for it.
looting the area.
Can I assist either one?
It's up to 2 players at a time, yeah.
It's a riding It's a riding crop in here.
Okay.
Horses are out. It's a monster.
Less?
So I guess I see
Alphabetical order.
6.
6? Okay. You see the bloodied whip now discarded on the ground beside the boy who's tied to the center post. Around that, you see a few odds and sods, a couple of daggers that have been lazily tossed into the ground. You can see maybe somebody was practicing flicking them into the ground. There's 3 of them there.
Can I check out the whip?
Sure. Appears to be a standard whip, slight barb on the end.
I'm
But
gonna
that's about it.
wait at the door, kind of like
You have the flaps closed?
they're closed, but I've got them just kind of cracked a
Just
little bit.
cracked so you
kind
can
of
see and listen?
Yeah.
Got it.
Did you reveal that there were daggers on the floor or anything?
No, I just are they just like
They're just around. It's
Okay,
it's
can-
what you all see.
Are they anywhere near Luvash? Can I move them away from Luvash?
I don't know. Where have you put Luvash?
He's right here.
He's back corner.
In that corner? No, they would be over on the right-hand side of the tent, from my perspective.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna tie up Luvash.
He's already.
He's already tied.
Okay. I'm gonna untie the kid from the middle and just hang out next to them.
Okay. All right, we're going to go into a big storytelling one here with you guys. So, a few minutes pass.
Yeah.
No real sound. Some bodies being dragged. What are you doing with the dead Vistani?
Okay, I have an idea. Okay, here's my plan, and I want.
You've got basically you can surmise that by the time this battle really ended, you've got maybe a couple of minutes before some people come to check out. What are you doing?
We're Luvash and Aragorn.
Luvash and Aragorn. Yep.
My plan is I want to talk to the Vistani.
Sorry, Luvash and person whose name you don't know.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That guy that left.
The guy that left.
Yes, that's fine.
Got it.
I want to approach the Vistani, tell them we were attacked, tell them the thieves ran off into the woods.
Also, does the female
You
thug
are not
who's-
there.
Yeah.
The thug is a non-combatant. What happened to her? Do we know?
She's a non-combatant. What did you do with her? She's thrown down her sword at this point and is just kind of like head bowed and like looking up at you, wondering what's going on. So this is before you changed.
Oh, yes.
You would have because you were engaged with her at first.
Yeah.
If you wanted to knock her unconscious, if you wanted to do anything.
Oh yeah, I'll knock her unconscious.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and just make a quick attack roll for me.
That's a 13 plus.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, we're fine.
So you just kind of go up to the side of her head and just kind of like touch her on the top of the head, and you can see that she closes her eyes slightly, and just and impact the side of her head with a bit of force, knocks her unconscious, and she's now on the ground.
Cool. I would also ask one of them to bring her into the main tent as well.
Okay, got it. So all of the unconscious Vistani are in the main tent.
Yeah.
All the dead ones are outside.
Yes, that's fine.
Got it. Okay. So what we'll do here is we're going to use those tokens to represent the dead ones who are here, because I remember where they all were. Here especially. That was a big one. Was that guy there?
Oh, it goes like
And there was another one over here.
Can I say when I
There
disguise
was
self?
2 right here.
That one was conscious and was brought inside.
Can I say
There's 3 conscious, or 3 unconscious, and 5 dead.
Oh, okay.
when I disguise self,
Yes.
like I want to be like tattered, cut up, like look like I was in a fight. Is that a
How much height does disguise self allow you to
for
do?
me specifically, it says I can drop 3 feet.
Okay, so yeah, you're well enough. So looking tattered up, clothes bloodied, torn. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look kind of fucked up too.
Both of you? Okay, sounds good. Okay. So Luvash, person whose name you don't know, but looking identical.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We're going to approach the tent with the sobbing and crying that presumably has the bulk of the
The
Vistani.
wagons?
The wagons, yeah.
Yeah, so the wagons, as you had seen before, there were a couple that had gambling going on in them.
Yep.
Those ones had fallen silent when the battle began. Same with all the rest of them, but you can hear that there are some whimpering of children inside certain ones.
Okay. I'm going to just shout to the camp, I think. We have been attacked, but we have driven the thieves off. My brother and I are going to retreat to the center tent. Do not bother us as we plan our attack. Many are dead. Tend to them.
Make a deception check.
That's pretty good.
There's no
I believe.
way. And if people look out, but I don't think I can assist this.
Can you pop guidance?
Can
on
I?
me?
Yeah, can I guide them? Though?
You can guidance, yeah. So go ahead and make a deception check with a d4.
Okay. That's 18 plus 8.
26.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's gonna be just one kid with insane wisdom.
I actually don't think it's possible for them to beat that. No. You don't hear anything for 10, 20 seconds. And then eventually, the slight creak of a door of one of the wagons nearby that opens up, and you can see there's a woman, probably mid-40s, looking out, and then one child that's kind of peeking out, and you can see them just kind of wide-eyed, like looking around, clearly terrified. And then just kind of looking out, and she just kind of looks at you, and then closes the door and goes back inside.
I'm going to make another pronouncement to the group.
Okay.
And say, stay in your tents unless you need otherwise. There is still danger around.
And you just hear very slight, hi, coming from certain tents.
Cool. So I'm going to head to the center tent.
Alrighty, and that's going to be where we're going to cut this week's session, guys. There is so much left to do for next week. So, but it is already 10:35. We've been going for a while.
No, we're going to. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They're
It's
not gonna
okay,
leave their
friends.
house
Do you want to take on the kids again and be their best friends, just like the first time?
I promise there's no Death House.
Which you can watch on Facebook.
You certainly can. Death House is worth watching.
That house is
That
definitely
house
worth
is
watching.
It is.
great.
It was great.
It's also how we learned never split the party.
Which
Although
is
I
exactly
did not
what
split
you
the party.
did.
Which is
We
exactly
also
what you
learned
did.
check for traps.
Yeah.
Then I promptly forgot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fucking nothing.
And then
But-
you can't stop a lead
it's
from
been,
running off on our
it's
own.
been too long. That's why.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. This,
We didn't learn anything from Death House.
no, but you learned, hey, we're stronger now. We're fine. I checked for a trap. I got poison. Pfft, antitoxin. We're good. Alrighty, well,
Sure.
awesome. Seriously, great job tonight, guys. That was exactly what I had hoped it to be. The ending was like almost picture perfect, what I was wanting. This was
Yeah?
great. Amazing session. I'm super stoked. I'm excited for next week. I want to see how this all plays out.
Yeah.
We love all of you. Thank you so much, everybody. We didn't get any new followers today, but we had one person say that opening was really cool. So kudos to you, Jesse.
Thank you.
And yeah, looking forward to coming back next Tuesday. All right. Thanks, everybody.
We're gonna get
Is it getting
fucked up.
darker in here?